Welcome to the Red Cup. Another nice group tonight, man. We got some special guys in here. Special show, man. I told y'all we ain't all about basketball, man. We all sports, man. We got my man, Coach Bullock from Marshall Heights, Coach Shoota from the Bengals, Coach Mook, Director Rock, my man, Charlie Moore as usual. Yeah. Man, we brought these guys here tonight, man, to actually, man, to show our appreciation. The time y'all putting in with these kids, man, and traveling, you know what I'm saying, putting all y'all time in it. I know it's time consuming, you know what I'm saying, deal with all them kids y'all deal with, man, and Marshall Heights and the Bengals ringing all over the DMV, you know what I'm saying. So for me, it's a pleasure to have y'all on, man, just growing up with you guys and knowing y'all guys for a long period of time, you know what I'm saying. Like, what got you started, man? I know Bullock, that's history right there, man, that family, you know what I'm saying. And Rob, what made you, get started, man, and just decide, you know what I'm saying, do your own thing?
Well, I started out with 14 Boys Club, so I started out actually playing for Ben Bullock. And then, playing through there, and then the transition to Marshall Heights. And then once we was at Marshall Heights, Shoota and Coach Sweat asked me to coach. And I was working FedEx, so it was kind of
John.
Yeah. So I was working FedEx, so it was kind of hard for me to do it, make it happen. But in 2003, I was able to do it. So started down there in Marshall Heights, and that's where we started at. That's where I started at. Yeah. All of us. Yeah.
But that's the thing I like, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the Bengals now, they still Marshall Heights, and just for all y'all still sticking together and like working with each other. That's tough right there, you know what I'm saying? Mook, man, y'all won these Super Bowls and championships, man. Like, what got you started on this, man?
When I got started, a couple of gentlemen asked me to, they was leaving 14 Boys Club, so they said, we trying to look out for some coaches. So, Jay Ford and Pop, Irvin Jenkins, asked me to come on board with them. So, I decided, I might as well do it, I wasn't doing nothing pretty much. So, I just started coaching, and I've been doing it for 27 years. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting older now, but slowing down a little bit, but it's still fun. When it gets to that being fun, I'm going to retire.
Yeah. It's definitely all about fun.
It slow down.
It's
75 miles per hour. That's his slow down. Slow down my head.
And Shoota, man, I know you from you and Mook from the baseball days.
Yes, sir.
That's when I first met y'all. When I was walking down the street just to go to baseball practice.
Yes, sir.
Ended up playing with Jay, Mr. Knight, everybody, man. We had a good time over there with the Boys Club baseball. What gets you going with the football part of it?
For me, just like Rock and Coach Mook said, historically as a youngin', I played Little League football. I played for 14 Boys Club.
Yeah.
I had a coach that impacted my life. Me being the only child of my mother, football taught me teamwork.
Yeah.
It taught me discipline. It taught me responsibility, and it made me unselfish.
Yeah.
And so, as a child, this was my running back right here.
Yeah.
And I was his quarterback.
Oh, all right.
As little boys, we won championships together as little boys, and then as we got older, like Mook said, some guys from around the neighborhood that we looked up to.
Yeah.
At that particular time, and they asked us to coach, and I was his assistant coach, and fell in love with it. I always liked teaching. Football for me is just a bait right now, though.
Yeah.
I'm really a trainer of young men.
Man,
that's my real job.
I got you.
And but football is the bait. So if I can grab a young man early, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever.
On the Mecca, Kelly Miller. That's where it started.
Shout out to the university, man.
University. That's where it's at. I mean,
Mr. Moten, KMU.
Playing street ball down there, that was the original Unlimited. You might be 9 years old playing with Theodore Jackson or somebody who's 17. But that's how it started. But youth football, I always said I wouldn't coach it because truthfully, I don't like parents. Well, I don't like how they act. I did. I coached minor league football. My brother coached them. All of youth football. They used to, parents. I joke all the time, but I be serious. I'm gonna start an orphan league, a league with kids with no parents, because that's really the bigger issue. But I mean, how I really got over to Marshall Heights was my son I never said if he didn't say if he hadn't told me he wanted to play, he told his mother I want to play football. He was living with his mother in Silver Spring. I said, well, you ain't got but one team you can play for. That's why I tell people. I went and got my son every day because I want him to play for Rock, Shoota, Jay, Mook, everybody who my brother coached with, because I was still coaching minor league. Brought him down there, and he started at 7. I think Nick and Wonder Stevens was his first coach, you know, and Kirby too. And then the first year I just watched my son because I don't like that either. And I kind of got tricked into it. I think Mark and it was like, man, help us coach the team, and I ain't planning on staying because again. Man, when I tell y'all I despise parents, they gonna see this and be like,
He say he don't like
orphanly. They say he don't know. But it's
y'all,
like
you don't like the ones with the big old asses?
I don't like none. Them the worst. Them the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Give me a flat ass. She probably better hey, that's crazy. Hey man, hey, y'all know y'all coach you basketball. Y'all know you basketball is the same thing. So I mean they kind of tricked me into it. That was it, you know, and I ended up staying. That was it. But I love it now. I'm like, shoot, I love it because I really do like, I like them texts like Rock was saying earlier and them calls you get from them kids now when they're in their 20s, shoot 30s, you know, and they just be like, hey, Coach Bullock, I live in Ohio now, but I'm coming to D.C. I just wanted to say hi. Because that's all that matters to me. Mm-hmm. Did they better than what they was when they came to us? If you can just make it, like she was saying, you can just make them one play, one person, one alphabet better, then you done your job. That's all we do.
Yes, you have. Now, take it like this, right? You at a game. You know your kid good. How do the high school coaches or scouts approach y'all about your kid? Shoota, Mook with that.
Well, once you play in certain games, they come out to the bigger games. They come out to the games when, you know, playoff and championship time coming. If you're consistent in your program with being in those games, being in those moments, they know these are the programs that probably got the talent.
Yeah.
So at the end of a game, you know, they'll call you or they'll get in touch with you at the field.
Yeah.
And they, you know, ask you your name, ask you what your program doing, where you practice at.
Yeah.
And how can they stay in contact with you? They want to come to your camps. They want to visit your field. And hopefully they can get you to come up to their school, get the children to come up. And so we get calls like that all the time. I just received a call just the day before yesterday. A coach at, I think it's Capital Christian.
Yeah.
He just called and said he want to bring us up to the facilities. But it happens all the time. You talking from the Bullets to the Mathers to any of them that you could think of. St. John's. They do all kinds of stuff to get us there. St. John's allow us to use their facilities. They throw a scrimmage. I mean, didn't charge us nothing.
That's Under Armour, right?
That's good.
Yes, sir.
St. John's?
Yeah. Let us use the whole facility,
That's good
concessions,
shit,
the whole 9 yards, just so, you know,
that's good shit.
they can try to do things to try to get the exposure and try to get the children. So they approach you.
Okay.
Definitely.
So once you're dealing with that, so they know who they.
What about that press conference with the kid, man? Announced to school and his mother got up and walked away.
I'm gonna talk about don't take no kid shine. I don't know the background of that. I don't know the background to that. I don't know what was said prior to that. I even say that in my program. Don't take a child's shine. All of us sitting up here at some point got to shine. Y'all was all-star basketball players we played for. You get to be 40 and 50 years old. Now a kid making his decision is going to
offer her son and hoping he make it. You feel what I'm saying? For her to just get up and walk away from when your son announced that he's going to a fucking college to play the sport he loves and some full fucking scholarship.
Right.
So and I think what she did, man, to be honest with you, she exposed the game of recruiting. You see what I'm saying? She exposed because, you know, she got her, she tricked everybody with the Tennessee hat or whatever, with the Alabama shirt. So that right there letting you know it's been some conversations about certain things to make her life better. For her to go in a press conference with any school representing any school on her body for her son's press conference. You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, as a parent, Just going there with if you wear regular clothing, or where's high school team? Right. Where's Pop Warner team on your back? Don't go there with and you exposing everything. Right. And the thing I'm getting at, what people don't realize, these schools, man, like these Alabamas, was she going there acting like that? It exposed how they recruit. It goes to show the NCAA looks at all that shit. Right. See, people don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot with that goes on, and that's why it's so much of a big discrepancy right now about investigating all these guys, man. We all thought, they'll never catch Moutinho. They'll never do this. Or they'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? But what she did, man, to me, she exposed how recruiting really goes, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? She put everybody out there with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even
she looked like his grandmother. She looks like his grandmother.
So what the point I'm making, man, and it makes it fucking harder for guys like you all coaching. You know what I'm saying? And for coaches to even communicate with y'all, because now it's me like, hold up. We can't even a lunch or a dinner without me trying to get this kid because this lady she exposed everything. I mean, fuck that. Right. You know, it's like I was listening to 980 the other day and Brian Mitchell said some good shit. You know what I'm saying? They spoke on that topic. Yeah. And Brian Mitchell was like, man, she can't get her money back. She was like, how am I gonna get his money back?
Right. That's what I was going to say.
You know what I'm saying? Brian Mitchell said, when Brian Mitchell said, the reason why she got up and walked away, the first thing came to her mind was, how am I gonna get this money back? That's right. It's gone. Right. It's gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. You can't represent your child like that. Right. Then they come back and say, well, then she come back and say, well, you know, I want him to safe environment for gang.
Gang stuff in Florida.
Okay, but let that shit go. Right. Talk to him after that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Just talk to him after that shit.
You know what? When you been recruited like that, man, I take my hat off to my dad. When I was being recruited in high school, he said, man, look, I'm going to give you 3 days to knock this shit down to 10. Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to give another 5 days to knock it down to 5. And then be your visits. I was like, damn. He said, you ain't got to call him. I'll call him for you. Let him know you ain't interested. He said, you got to knock the list down. Because so much mail was coming to the house and school and phone calls. He's like, nah, this shit got to stop.
That should be crazy.
He said, you got to go where your heart at, man. I'm telling you, go where you want to go.
And that's what Young and did, man.
Key word though, Charlie Mo. You said your father.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's sometimes that's where you gotta be, but it's simple as that. You said your father came in the room, you got to get he won't let you get your little shine. He said, this what you gotta do.
Not your mother's boyfriend.
Yeah,
your father. You know what I'm saying?
She got so bad they had to give me my own line in my bedroom. Mm-hmm. My own line, I had another phone line in my bedroom.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
The coaches.
One thing she knew wasn't no bras calling you.
It was both.
It was
both. Hey, I had to take the phone out the plug at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. I want to talk about the father thing though. Mook had a championship, back-to-back championship team, and me and him had this conversation all the time. Mm-hmm. It's coaching, it's a lot of things. The one thing about them 19 kids, all but 2 had fathers, and one of them whose father wasn't there got incarcerated, but he told us before he go in, you know, one thing Mook didn't have to do, or none of us had to do, like, when they brought him inside the gates, we got to be their father for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. When they got in the car, they had real men as their fathers. They wasn't cackling in their mouth and their ears like women. They wasn't saying stuff. They was like, if Coach Mook say you need to run 20 laps, run 20 laps. Because they trusted Coach Mook that he was doing the right thing. Yeah. And out of them 19 kids now, like we was talking about college, I think this year it's like the rest of them going in. It's like 15 of them in school.
Yeah.
Wow.
15 of them in school. That's Mook, that's their parents, and that's their fathers. Yeah. And the other coaches that he had on that squad with him.
Hey, but I just want to say something about the father situation. To me, I've been coaching for 27 years, and I look at, like, people don't understand how important the father is in kids' life. Yeah. And I always look at the kids, right? So I might be like, man, where your father at? wherever he at, he might be locked up or he might be deceased or whatever, right? But then I look at the ones with the mother and just only a mother, and you could tell the difference. You could tell the difference from a child with a father and a child without a father.
Absolutely.
It's totally different.
Yeah,
it's a totally different kid because
totally
a child
agree.
with a father, he gonna have some discipline, little discipline. A child without a father, he gonna always give you the whining. He'll always get that. So like as me analyzing the kids for 27 years, that's what I see out of a kid with a father and a kid without a father. But I want everybody to understand, fathers are important. I think people out here give us a little, like, we don't get our just due because they don't understand. Like, women really can't raise a man. Right. Women raise babies. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they dress them up. Like, nowadays, they dress them up like baby dolls. You know what I'm saying? Like, half of this stuff, man, my son, I'm on the old school. So my son can't wear blue hair, earring in his ear, a nose ring.
Totally
Come on, that, to me, that's girls.
Totally
you know what I'm
agree.
saying?
Totally
agree. We grew up in
Totally
Shoota.
agree.
I remember Robert playing a little under me in Shoota. We all really played the same team. There's no way.
Something go down, how you going to even adjust yourself to be comfortable to even do anything? You know what I'm saying?
I
want to touch on like what Coach Mook was saying, that when I was coming up, when I was coming up, I didn't have a father, but I had an older brother. And the thing about my mother, which I respect and love so much, if I came home, his brother, if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, he putting his foot up my ass. And if I come home and even tell her that I got my foot put up, she gonna say what happened, and she gonna probably want to whip my ass for making Coach do that.
Little leader.
Yeah, Coach J Ford too. The same thing, man. Coach J ain't take nothing, man. I come to practice late, baseball practice. He tell me to go back home. I go back home. I say, why you not playing the game? I'm late now. I'm punished because that's the difference in what we have now. You know what I'm saying? Then I had my big brother. Stacy wasn't going for it. You know what I'm saying? Then the other part about it is this, man. These youngers now don't respect no elders. I had elders. All these my elders. Like Mook said, I can't walk up on the field looking like a fool. One of them gonna say something to me. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not like that now, and that's a huge problem, man. Yes. The older youth are not taking care of the youngest, and the youngest are not respecting the older people.
That's why that was the main reason for bringing you guys on to talk about that shit, because from where we all come from, we grew up at one time, man. I mean, I can speak for myself. Like, I never knew how much coaches put in to deal with what we doing. We just thought me growing up from fucking 7 to fucking 14 years old until the high school level. It's like I always thought they supposed to do that shit for us. Right. Like, motherfucker, you supposed to open this rec. Right. I supposed to, so we supposed to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, man, when you think back and you get the coaching and shit, you're like, hold up, man, this motherfucking I ain't even been home. I ain't did shit all day to fuck with these kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were doing for us back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like Ben, but like them niggas, Tony G and them.
Tony G.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just Willis Lee and them guys, man, and the Dickie Wells and them, man. Like, I thought that shit was like they supposed to do that shit for us. I'm thinking these motherfuckers like getting paid dollars and dollars, just boom. But at the same time, then at the end of the day, you look at it, you be like, man, we gotta get these hotel rooms, we gotta get this equipment, we gotta get these basketball, we got these football. Next thing you know, you man, that shit is like raising your own kid.
Right. Yes, sir, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that shit. Right. So what I'm saying is, as young, you thinking like, damn, that shit's supposed to happen. And it's a reality. It's reality for us now, because now we all are showing how much we love the game, the sport, football, basketball, whatever it may be. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then you think back, like, damn, when I was growing up, damn, we had practice up motherfucking this place. We did this and that shit costs money.
Yeah, ain't nothing free.
Yeah, we thinking like that shit's supposed to happen.
And it's worse now.
Yeah, but it goes to show the love of it that you guys have to even put that shit in there. You know what I'm saying? That time, the money, and then you gotta think. Kids got to eat. Right. You might got one kid, not one, you might got like 10, 15, 20 kids coming to trip with no money to eat. You got to make sure they do that. You know what I'm saying? The shit is, I don't think you guys, man, get they don't appreciate the shit the work that's being done.
Right.
But they don't appreciate it because they don't understand it.
Exactly.
Like you see, it's
Exactly.
they don't see the backside of it. You see what I'm saying? All they see is what's out in front of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they really don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Bullock always tell coaches, man, if your life not right, you don't need to coach.
Right.
Nah.
And you ain't got $1,000 extra to spend on these kids, don't
do it.
coach.
Don't do it.
Because like you said, man.
Or a full tank of gas.
Yeah. Or a car.
Go pick some motherfuckers up.
Or a car.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you need
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These guys
Exactly.
gonna need
Exactly.
money to get things. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be a lot that, like you said, like the parent, it'd be more so the ladies, like you said, that they expect this. Like just like you know, Rock doing this thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm quite sure that he probably get the he got the money. You know what I'm saying?
Now
That's
they
what they
know
always
what
say.
the fuck is going on.
Right.
Yeah.
But your money is your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You saying you worked hard to get your money. And
Right.
you want to spend it on what you want to spend it on,
Right.
not because you saying I have it, so I have to do.
Right.
So that's another, you know.
Yeah, that's a big issue, man.
And what we covering, going back to the lady walking out of the press conference.
Right.
That start at our level. So what we saw nationally is what we deal with on our field.
All the time.
See, on our field, we got children we got parents snatching their children because they don't get a particular jersey though.
Yeah.
Jersey, no.
We got parents.
Jersey.
Jersey, no, we have jerseys.
Yeah. We
Don't
got
write your
parents.
shit on that
We
motherfucker.
got parents snatching their children because they wanted them to run the ball.
Yeah.
You got parents in the way, so that was just a clear sign of a parent being in the way nationally.
Yeah.
Right.
They say it on a big stage.
And
She exposed the whole,
and unfortunately,
the whole shit.
Unfortunately, it was a mom because one of the things, like we always talking about, not having a dad.
Yes.
You know, I definitely give my mother a hell of a lot of respect.
No
Because
doubt
she was
about
a
it.
thorough woman.
No doubt
You know what
about
I'm
it.
saying? But what we don't realize is 75% of our households, black households, are ran without a man.
That's right.
And when these parents get mad over the small things, not realizing that, do you know, Mom, your son haven't seen a man all day. He's seen you, grandma, his auntie, his godmother, his sister, his teachers. Ain't no men in the school. So when they finally come down football field, you do him a great disservice when you don't allow us to discipline them. When you don't allow us to teach them unity. When you don't allow us to teach them to be responsible and not be selfish. But they make it all about their son. And they make it all about themselves. Not realizing you're going to miss the whole big picture because your child has never had a firm reassurance from a strong man. And so being on that football field or being anywhere, whether it's football, basketball, any of these places where you're going to find men, women should be running to these places, giving their children to us, not in a way that's saying you could just be irresponsible, but saying, look, I know you're a man, and I don't know how to do it.
Totally agree.
And so that woman that we saw that did that was just a sign and a clear testimony of what all of us go through. So him not picking Alabama, it's just like us not picking somebody's son to run a ball. It's the same thing. We get it, and we volunteers.
And we don't get paid.
Yeah, we don't get paid.
Not only do they
Trust me. I already
lose.
Yeah.
I already know how
Spend
to
money.
$1,000 is
We-
actually been low on the low end.
We can visit.
That's the minimum.
Yeah.
Say, bro.
That's
That's
the
the
minimum.
minimum.
But you know what? Not to be like on a direct message to nobody, but at the same time, Shoota, you put it on point by saying these motherfucking youngins don't even see a man at a certain point in time, like for a longer time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something. On the real, some of them motherfuckers turn the other way.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That has
sir.
a lot to do with them.
Yes, sir.
That has a lot to do with these motherfucking little youngins just
Yes, sir.
acting like fucking girls.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it
Absolutely.
real now. Like, I mean, you talk about like Mook, a great situation with the jeans hanging down your ass showing all day.
Yes.
I mean, to me, that's girl shit.
That's good.
That's girl tendencies. Who did you get that from?
Right. A girl.
Who did you get that from?
Yeah.
Now, back then, we might have had like, man, I want to get them tennis shoes.
Right.
I want to roll my jeans up with a cuff of my jeans. We wasn't doing that dumb shit. I want to let my motherfucking jeans hang off my ass
See, society.
and show my whole ass.
We had men.
But right, that's my
Yeah,
point.
men.
Right. And society, not to cut you off, will also put people in front of our boys as weak men.
Yes.
And give them a weak representation.
Exactly.
And so when they put those men in front of our boys, and then the women will say, that's a fashion statement. No, that's a weak statement.
That's definitely a weak statement.
Right, because Real men don't identify themselves with their dress code. No. Real men identify themselves by being responsible, by being strong, by being caretakers, by being providers and protectors, by being the ones that people can depend on. It ain't about your haircut. It ain't about what you wearing tight. It's about, can I depend on you?
Right.
And that's what we do in our programs. We teach our children, you could depend on us. But when we go to schools and visit children when they get in trouble because their parents can't get them to do right, we can go to the school. We buy school uniforms. We pull children out of home closets, making them go to school because their mother not home. And so we go knock on the door. Go to school, man.
Yeah.
But these same parents, women, the minute we do one thing that they don't like, out the program, gone. And so all of those things is just a sign of what we saw nationally. That needed to be exposed. The world needed to see that because really every parent really needed to look in a mirror. And that's all that was. That was a mirror for all the parents. Really. In Little League sports. That was a mirror. That was a big mirror for all to tell me. Man, I told my mother that if something happened to her, I want you to take care of me. I just went and ate breakfast with a child that I coached years ago. His name Olu. He went to Dunbar. Yeah, played running back there. Broke a lot of records in Dunbar. He called me and said he wanted to go to breakfast. And the man just wanted to talk to me about things that he picked up from me coaching him. And he started sharing stuff with me like, man, besides the football, coach, how you taught us discipline. You know what I'm saying? He said, Coach, you don't even know this. I told my mother at one time, and she was married at the time, to my man Steve. He told his mother and his father that, man, y'all don't realize if Coach Shoota said he want me to live with him, I'm going with him. Right. And I'm listening to this young man now. He's a grown man. And I said, man, that's how you feel? He said, yeah, man. He said, those are the things that y'all done for us. You know what I'm saying? And this real. You know what I'm saying? So when you get that, all these years later, that national figure that lady displayed, that was a clear mirror nationally for all the ungrateful parents.
I'm going to say something too. See, all this just not us. Like, we didn't just make this up. Shoota, Mook, Rock, y'all didn't make it up. We just talked before we even went on air. A lot of this, all us sitting here was blessed. We all went to, we Miller Lines, Kelly Miller Lines, and we Wilson Warriors. Yep. Kelly Miller, after my father, I'm one of these blessed young men. Father, 27 years, my father did 27 years in the Army, 2 tours in Vietnam. I was raised by my father. But when my father dropped me off to Kelly Miller, Mr. Moulton could tighten my ass up. Mr. Smith could tighten my ass up. Mr. Jackson could tighten my ass up. Mr. Coleman could tighten. And guess what? And we all different age brackets. We all different age brackets. And when you think about it, all us still saying the same male names because they stayed in that building.
Ain't nothing tight my ass.
Oh, all right. My brother, he might not tighten your ass.
No, he tight my ass.
Then they go on that, right? But and then we all.
No bullshit. This is a no blue. This is everything is no blue.
I'm 55.
Sponsored by Brownie. Sponsored by Brownie.
If you did something wrong in Kelly Miller, you got paddled. Now, anybody here lie and say they didn't, they did. And when we got to Wilson, we had Mr. Curry. But it was all reinforced. Then we just did it. Like you say, they might not have had fathers, but between my father raising Ben was around them, they still got a part of my father. Right. Whether they did, you know, and Mook they've been around my father. We laugh. Yeah. My father, when he older, Mook. Shut the fuck up. My father, 80 years old, he tell everybody, he passed now, shut the fuck up, sit down. Yeah. Don't say that shit. And you respect it. Everybody, Mr. Bullock. And he ain't, you know, and that's what, we was blessed to have that. And all we trying to do, like Shoota say, is give it back to the kids. Y'all said the name in here early, man. He don't get enough credit. Antonio G. Right. Tony OG,
yes, sir.
Yeah. Tony OG,
my motherfucking man.
One of the best athletes come out of that area. Always took a second fiddle to somebody else. Then he coached all of y'all. Yes, man, sir. Tony OG, man, he did a lot for that neighborhood in that area. And them the people that don't get enough credit. He changed some lives. I don't know,
man. If it wasn't for Tony G, to be honest with you, we would be having this motherfucking discussion right now. To be honest, you got to think. Y'all the Tony G's in them right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. Y'all the Tony G's, the Mark Robinsons in them right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We done seen that shit. Yeah, Ernie G. Oh, shout out the original. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what y'all guys doing right now. That's why, you know what I'm saying, is for us, man, like the shit that we trying to do and move forward with, we couldn't go out. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't go forward the show, man, without having y'all coming and represent what y'all doing and us appreciating what y'all doing because we all from the same neighborhood.
Yes, certainly appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, man, we got to get these guys in. You know what I'm saying? We cross each other paths, hey, what's up and all that, because we all are getting older. Right. So it's not like we can see each other all the time like back in the day. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we old. Yeah.
Are you old now? Mook old. Mook just said he old. Everybody see that? Mook just said young nigga. He young and you okay. He young and you okay too, right?
I got a question for y'all, kind of tying into what the parents, they hear a lot about how, football's rough now. You got the concussions involved and all that. How does that impact y'all recruiting and just keeping the sport keeping the sport going?
What I say on that is the NFL, they did something that, in truth, it's about money with them. They did a collective bargaining thing some years back, but Gene Upshaw, who was the union rep about 25, 30 years ago, Ben did an article and he did a show, and I believe it was on HBO, and he was dealing with players who, once they retire, didn't have proper insurance and wasn't getting proper care after they left the league. And so he was trying to get money for those players because some of those players couldn't even pick up a coffee mug from their injuries of playing football. So all contact sports have safety liabilities. All of them. Boxing, basketball, football,
soccer,
baseball. But because football had to put more money into helping players that no longer play anymore, they're now starting to make the players pay for that. So now they come up with all these fines. They're coming up with all these now defensive players and all that. And I'm not saying it's not a game that's not violent. It's a violent game. But in truth, it's about the money thing that the owners in those franchises don't want to pay. So at the end of the day, we got a situation now where PG County talking about no tackle football for children 14 and under. Wow. Now when you talk about that, now you talking about, again, that same number that I just talked about, over 75% of black households that don't have men in them and raising them. You talking about PG County alone, if you pay attention from January 1st this year and look at all the great stories that was written in the paper from January 1st all the way till the Super Bowl. You talking about January 1st, Pernell Motley playing PG County football, playing cornerback for Oklahoma. He come from PG County football. You talking about Terrell Hall, who played with Alabama. He played PG County football. You talking about Diggs, who caught one of the most memorable playoff catches in NFL playoff history. Yeah. That's PG County football. He was playing since he was 9, 10, 11 years old. And then you talking about the Super Bowl champion, Ron Darby, who come up in PG County football. These are children who started their dreams at 9 and 10 years old. I knew Ron Darby since he was 10, 11 years old. I had to coach against that child. That child been putting his talents on a national stage since he was 10, 11, and 12. So when you snatch that opportunity from him, all the experiences that he had as a child, if he didn't get those experiences, Florida State probably would have never met him. Yeah. He probably never been in the NFL to help change his family condition. So when people talking about banning something, they got to look at the real snowball effect. You got to look at the good in it. Now, every contact sport has a injury liability. But you can't make me believe that a boxer who train every day, getting hit in his face every day, way before he get to his fight, and more boxers go to sleep than football players. Matter of fact, the crowd loves seeing boxers go to sleep. Yeah, they go off on that shit. Nobody talk about head injuries when they come in. They don't have nothing on their head. The
MMA, their sport.
Exactly.
The MMA, their sport.
And they're not attacking that. And so, for me, I think what we can do is educate, the programs a little more. Teach safer tackling drills. We got USA football right now that's doing heads up. That stuff help. You got referees now that's monitoring the game a little more better. So youngers not getting there. And really, at our age level, you don't really have youngers at that age group knocking people out. But to show you how hypocritical the NFL is, at the combine, they looking for men, 225, 6'1", bench press 225 20 times and run a 4.4. You would pick him number 1. So I'm asking you, all those measurables that you just picked him for, when are you planning on him using it? How do you get that same guy that's running at a 4.4 speed, 6 feet, 220 pounds? You hired him for that. You gave him millions for that. Now, at some point, you tell him to play a contact sport and don't use it? No, that's the NFL hypocrisy. That's the NFL trying to make the players pay a bill that they don't want to cover. So now they blaming the players for being what you hired them for. You blaming me now for running a 4.4 speed, weighing 225 pounds, and then meeting another guy at that same speed. That's your reason for running a 40-yard dash, because you want to see how fast I move with all that weight.
Right.
You know,
that's a car crash.
It is like, because we're starting to dominate that sport.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the same thing they did with basketball. You got to do one and done.
Great.
Now, I'm a great golf player. I ain't even got to go to college.
Right.
Tennis player. I ain't got to go to college.
Skate. Right.
Yeah. But, you doing this, you got to go to
and
college.
I'm black, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to go to college for a year now to get this school some money.
Right.
You're not getting nothing from it. You're getting something from your little sponsors.
Right.
We all know about the sponsors, don't you?
Right.
We roll, and it's terrible, man. They use you, man.
Yeah. Charlie Moore, see, you hitting it. He's saying the NFL. See, I'm a conspiracy theory. The NCAA need to stop youth football. You want to know why? Because at some point, see, the NCAA, they the biggest pimps. So if you don't play youth football, you get a little bit of high school, but they still need the NCAA to train them to give them out into the NFL. Man. What if we just? That's the biggest pimp of all time.
Do what? 2 years?
3. You got to be removed out of high school.
And there you go, John.
Yeah. Before you go in the NFL.
Before you're responsible enough to play in the NFL, you got to go to college for 3 years. But you can buy an AR whatever in Florida at 18.
No, you can go to war. You go to war for this country
right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
But you got to be 20 years old to be mature enough to play NFL football.
Right.
You know how young the NASCAR races start? None of them go to school. All them country boys start between 6 and 8, go-kart racing. Yeah. They never go to school.
They're in the garage right now.
They don't care nothing about education. Yeah. I'm not telling an African-American kid don't care about education. You need it. You need a lot of that. But it's just like they say, at some point, follow the money. All detectives, anything say you follow the money. The NCAA and the NFL, it's too much money.
Yeah, you definitely need that education part. But if I know I'm that good that I can go pro,
I'm going in the motherfucking way.
Why shouldn't you be able
And
to?
you know what else the NCAA
Why shouldn't you be able to?
It costs the kids 3 years of money.
Right.
That first contract he could get at 18 or 19, then he could re-up 3 years from now. They stop him they stunt that.
That's a long time. 3 years before they can go pro.
Yes. You got to be removed out of high school.
Man,
Like I said, if you stay out of school,
like Larry Fitzgerald
if you
went
read
prep school.
if you think highly into that shit, man, that's why, you know, when you try to older people, man, I guess that's still a part of slavery, man.
slavery is. Slavery, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of slavery. How the fuck you going? Come on, Joe.
Boom. All you gotta do is look at the slave trade.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what it is. And then go to the combine. At the combine, they checking your mouth.
That's immediately came to my mind. Like, that's all it is.
And guess what, Bone?
Turn around.
70% of both of these sports that we talking about, 70% of these sports are dominated by us.
Yeah.
But we allow all that leverage to just we had that leverage for no reason. Just like in PG County. PG County is one of the richest black counties in the United States.
I do know that.
But we don't push that button.
I do know that. Yeah,
We have the strongest financial leverage in the country, but we don't use it. So that's a problem on our end. It's a beautiful thing that it's Black History Month. We talking like this on the show.
Man. And that's exactly.
It's an excellent topic, but we dominate the financial situation in both of those sports. And really, in truth, we can do more about putting pressure on them. They'll move when we show them that we'll hold back on those sports. So, you know, I know it's about the money.
I want to add something too. The other part of it is you taking, if this law goes through, what are the children supposed to do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old? The days that the normal days that we have them, the impact on their lives is going to be terrible. You know what I mean? Now you got these children who don't have any men now, because earlier we touched on only men that they saying for the most part are us as coaches. They got all women teachers or whatever. Now you telling them that they can't go to football practice, they can't get any kind of team sport, any kind of discipline. To me, that you all you asking for is a bunch of children to be in trouble. Are you trying to feed the penal system? Are you trying to feed the prison system?
Yeah.
Is that what you're really trying to do?
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen.
That's what they
You know what I'm saying? Because we got some of these youngins now that we have to get. You have to reel in now, like Shoota. You got to calm down, and you see the progression from when you get them to 2-3 years. You see them mature. But just imagine we never had the opportunity to reach out to them and coach them and be a part of their lives. Because the thing about this coaching thing, like all y'all know, it doesn't stop on the football field with none of us. You know what I'm saying? I can speak for everybody here and the ones who not here. Coach Warney, Coach Shoota, I mean Coach Sweat, Coach Pop, Coach Dante. Like it doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? We take children home. You know what I'm saying? I mean.
Feed them.
Take care. I adopted one back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm not the only one that did it. I'm just saying it. So this football thing, like you said, it's a tool, man, to try to change these children's lives for the better, man. You know what I'm saying? Every opportunity we get to try to teach them something new or show them something different, we do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think it's a terrible rule, man. Any parent who's thinking that's cool or that they thinking that keeping their child out of playing football till they're 14, you're making a huge mistake. And
it's going to be more dangerous.
Yeah, it's going to be more dangerous. I can't guarantee you that your child won't get hurt, but I can almost guarantee you at the rate that crime and stuff is going on, he's probably going to get caught up in something he ain't got no business being caught up
before
in.
He get 14.
Before he get 14, when he probably would have been on the football field with us. The other part about it is, like Coach Shoota said, when we go to schools and stuff, these children know. Parents will call us, they say, don't make me call your coach. Because they don't have fathers. So they know that it's still, we got a little bit of leverage. Son, if I have to come to your school, man, you done had to sit up in schools like 6-7 hours. And just sitting up there just monitoring the situation. But and that child, he had to deal with us at practice. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But if you take that away from us, you're taking away a big part of them children's lives, man.
You taking away stuff that these kids, that actually, man, that's all they got.
Right.
So what they going to do next?
Right.
Okay, next thing you know, then they gonna get in trouble.
Right.
And then here come the negative shit.
Right.
Oh, that motherfucker wasn't gonna do shit anyway.
Right.
Or
Right.
woo woo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying about people don't understand how much time coaches putting in with this youth, man. Like this shit for real. I mean, it translates to sometimes you like, damn, I gotta do this and take care of my own shit.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be putting shit. Y'all be putting that first.
Yeah.
And like I know I'm gonna get to that later on.
Yeah.
But this ain't no really later on shit.
Right.
But you want to make sure that these little youngins, everything
The
good.
family getting neglected.
You know,
You lose
like
a girlfriend.
all that. You lose
your wife.
No, man, Mook say that.
You losing. No, that shit. You know what I'm
Man, Mook
saying?
say that all the time.
You losing the game though. You can get some nice little shit over there. You lose that game though. That shit.
We got another theory. If you got a happy home, you probably not a good coach.
You're not a good coach.
We say that all the time.
Yeah.
If your wife or your lady or your family smiling at you when you coming in, you probably a bullshit coach. Because I'm telling you, all good coaches, I be here, even be on the phone. This motherfucker about to go. Them fucking kids and shit. They don't respect them. You know, they just because they can't. They just can't figure it out. But I mean, they can't understand it, man. And it's
You understand the love that you all have for.
Yeah.
Because for real, to be honest with you, it's some moves and sometimes coaches, man, like youth coaches, the way we all go out our way to go help a kid, it's kind of hard for your submitted other to understand that shit. You ain't getting you ain't going to get no motherfucking little shorty no motherfucking $100 because you got a project in school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you really doing that shit.
And a lot of times,
you know what I'm saying? And that's just a passion and love that y'all got for the shit. I know the shit because I've been through the shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, like, don't nobody get no credit for that shit. It's like, but it brings me back to saying, I actually, back in the day, I'm thinking like Bullock, Coach Bullock, Ernie Gee, Willis Lee, Dickie Wells, motherfucking Bob. I thought they had to do that for us.
Right.
Not knowing them niggas was doing that shit.
Yeah.
To make us who we are today.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's appreciative shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to like young dudes they respect y'all guys. I see this short time. Y'all they don't watch practicing. It might be martial arts on the field, watch league over there, woo. You know what I'm saying? Rock always been a big supporter. Always. You too, Slim. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? We all family. Right. And I just see the love the parents give y'all. Some of the parents. It be mainly the parents we grew up with.
Right.
That trust and know like, oh, them niggas good dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what we do, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I know my kid gonna be good. My kid might not be that good. But at the same time, he in the activity with dudes I trust.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I appreciate some of the parents that give us respect like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, man, for real, to be honest, when I see y'all around, I mean, it's always like kudos because a situation like back in Kelly Miller, I'm junior high. Me, you, Sweat, we always talk.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Back then,
Yes,
I was just coming to practice. Like, man, I practiced dinner scout. I was young niggas in the back then. Always shared that with them. Them my dogs.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Take a little walk together. You know what I'm saying? We be good. You know what I'm saying? It was never it was always family bonding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And great respectful shit. You know what I'm saying? As we got older. You know what I'm saying? So I can see y'all guys doing what y'all doing right now and being successful because y'all was in that shit back in the day.
Yes, sir.
And seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, we don't look up on that shit.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna find motherfuckers in junior high school talking about, man, what time y'all play today? Or what time y'all... They talking about other shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Back then, we was on some other shit.
all the time.
All the time. You know what I'm saying?
And
it was a bond, like, you know what I'm saying? Boom. But the one thing that I want to tell y'all guys, I like what y'all stuck with y'all area.
Right.
Y'all ain't, and ain't no disrespect to none of these niggas out here. Do what y'all do and all that bullshit. But all y'all niggas out here supporting and coaching motherfucking little team that y'all didn't grow up in, y'all some fuck that.
Right.
I don't fuck with that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all stayed in that motherfucking area.
That hood.
Even with y'all stretching out to the Bengals and marching, all that shit's to the family. To me, I see it because if it's not a family, y'all wouldn't be on the same time.
Yes, sir.
It would have been like, oh nah, man, shit, Marsh Heights and them motherfuckers, see me when they ain't on here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I like the family bond because it's no animosity. It's no nothing, but y'all helping the same kids.
That's right.
Me personally, I know Mook can call Rock, man, I got a kid on my he needs some help. Right. You gonna help that kid. You gonna help that kid. Mook gonna help that kid on your mob. Because it's a family, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, right now, I just don't fuck with the dudes that go outside, like way outside their area, and not help them kids that's in them motherfucking area they grew up with that need that shit.
Could get messed up too.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mook, one thing about me, Mook, I'm a straight shooter. You know what I'm saying? And me, honestly, I feel the same way about what you just said. You know what I'm saying? You don't know none of them niggas up there.
Right.
Nigga, we here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can go on and on with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
But guess what? We can get that show on now. We gonna appreciate y'all dudes. But you know what I'm saying? That's real talk though. Y'all niggas ain't go nowhere in the outside.
Yes, sir.
That motherfucking area, Joe.
Another part is this though, Bone. We send each other youngins.
No, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. Y'all never split up.
I ain't talking about just to help a youngin.
And they don't split up.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing this weight. Oh, hey, we ain't got this way. What y'all got over there?
You ain't split up.
All I never
That's appreciative to me because me growing up in
that
our
means
area, it's like, that's crazy.
That means it's about the kids.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's where we come from, though.
Yeah. And it's representing your motherfucking area.
Yeah, we come from martial arts.
The other thing to piggyback on what you're saying, on one of his many trips, Marshall Heights and Coach Mook and his staff, Florida trips, 2 years ago, it was our first year going to Florida. And we practiced together. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, to help out, I mean, literally, he came over there and helped wherever we needed help at. You know what I'm saying? And now, when we on the football field, it's straight. We try to go right at each other. Yeah. And we tell each other on the break, we try to go right at you, and Mook get to doing, he gonna crack your head and all that shit. That's him, and we know it. He get in the zone, and let's just try to win this football game. But at the end of the day, man, it's a family, like you said. It's about the children, man. When you really got the children focused, when you focus on the children, none of that other shit matters, man. This man in Marshall Heights, I think got 6 nationals, man. You probably talking about close to 150, 200 children with to Florida that would never have been to Florida, ever in their life, on a free trip for a whole week, for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Experience of a lifetime.
Experience of a lifetime.
Nobody wants them may never go back.
May never go back.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, until they grown.
Right.
Unless they go then.
Them trips,
Never
like,
pack the bag.
them trips for them kids to get to see that shit.
Right.
They gonna want to go back. That's gonna make them act right.
Right.
That's gonna make them motherfuckers say, "Man, I'm gonna get back on a plane again."
Right.
Yeah.
I want this son. I want to see all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, he tastes it.
You know what I'm saying, Shoota?
You know
what I'm saying, Shoota?
It develops an
Yeah.
appetite. We teach them youngers how to pack.
Oh
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We teach them youngers the
Yeah.
proper etiquette of getting on the
Yes,
airport.
indeed.
We teach them how they should act in the hotel. They get a curfew. They already getting a little test run on what it's like on a collegiate level.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? With those kind of experiences. Those experiences are experiences of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a price on those kind of experiences, man.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
No way, man.
And then the
Yeah,
cost.
that's life lessons, man.
And then the cost. And even with that, you'll have parents, we'll do all that we can to fundraise. I mean, these trips close to $30,000, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It's football team. This ain't 12 young kids.
It's a whole week.
Football.
It's a whole week.
No funding.
Yeah,
no funding at all.
Right.
Those same parents though that had a problem with that jersey them and all that, and okay, we ran your son all every day.
Right.
We ran your son every game. He got all the runs. Now it's time to come up with some money.
Right.
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what they doing now? Now something wrong with us again.
Yeah.
They
Yeah. That's how
have
they do.
too much money. This is for your son.
That's how they do, son.
Your son competing on a national level. You got to get him there.
Shit ain't free.
In 2012, when we went down there and Mook was coaching the team, we won an award down there. And I say this to this day, it changed the outlook of youth football. This when we was still in Pop Warner. And they gave Marshall Heights Mook and his team award, the best represented team. Because when Mook was determined, it looked like a college team. When they walked into the stadium, the kids was looking at them like, who are they? They was walking up to our kids asking for autographs. They dressed alike, their bags was alike, our uniforms were good, cliques was looked alike. The parents, because again, we had some hellified parents in 12 and 13. We still got some good parents now. They showed up looking good. I mean, you was so happy to be Marshall Heights. I was like, I ain't got to be nothing else right now. I'm a Bullock, but I was proud to be a Marshall Heights Bison. And then guess what? And we got to speak about this. Then we come home to our own city. Only y'all, the hood dudes and all that. Then they want to call us downtown. The people downtown don't even know what color uniforms we wear. We down at our day. What I tell them, Mook? I said, we in Ward 7. What colors we wear? If I take my jacket, stammering, my man Gray stammering. I'm like, dude, we on Kelly Miller 4 nights a week. Bring your ass down there and just talk to a kid. You don't have to come down and do nothing special. You ain't have to give them $1 million. We do need it and want it. But just come down there. They don't know where we play, where we at. I said, she one of the staff members of Great, Ward 7. I said, what's the youth organizations in Ward 7? She said, Friendship at HD Woodson. I said, sweetie, them high schools. Right. I said, youth organization. Y'all need to get a more Twitter presence, a more, I said, we in Kelly Miller.
Dang.
And at HD Woodson playing our home games, that's your ward, and you just don't ride on Saturday and notice that it's 1,000 people in Woodson. Yeah. What you think that's going on in Woodson?
Yeah,
no bullshit. When you see them lights, and how long it took? 2 years to get the lights at Kelly Miller. Again, the Mecca, Kelly Miller, Elgin Baylor, Dave Bean, all of them, and you can't even get no damn lights down there. You got to email them 18. Oh, I remember you now, Coach Bullock. Yeah, you was the one on the email. Yeah. But they lit up everywhere else. Yeah, they lit up at the dog part up at the old Western Duke Ellington. Right. The lights lit up there.
They lit up around the traffic cameras.
They lit up the traffic cameras.
Oh, they put them traffic in the motherfucker.
There's a lot of lights around them.
No bullshit. No bullshit.
Make sure you get that tag.
Hey, Aaron,
and we ain't whining. Just come out there. The only way a kid gonna know how to be a fireman is if a fireman come out there. The only way you gonna know how to be a council member or administrator for a council member is if somebody come out there and say, yeah, my job is that, I do the social media for Ward 7. Oh, how do we do that? They just know what we do. I bet you the Bengals kids, 50% of them want to do cleaning and ride FedEx because that's what their coaches do. So that's what they see. I guarantee you, and we talk about that. Being an entrepreneur, you got that. Because I can say some shit in there now, we'll never get no funding. Be an entrepreneur, make your own money. So we can put it back into each other.
Don't say that when you funds.
No, we need it, but I'm telling you, they be looking at me.
Hey, look, I'm gonna go to this right. like when we go to coaching, far as me, like I think that a lot of guys ain't serious, don't take the craft serious. You know what I'm saying? Like we always talked about like it is not about coaching. Like with me, kids don't like to get in Coach Mook car. The first thing they be like, oh, boy, we about to get a Black History lesson. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I taught. You know what I'm saying? I let them know, like, you know, like about the fake holidays and just a whole lot of stuff that they don't need to know in school because they teaching them not our history. You know what I'm saying? We teaching them their history. Right. You know what I'm saying? We African Americans, so they need to know what really happened in our days back in the day.
They teaching ancient history.
Yeah.
They ain't teaching recent history.
The European history. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they ain't teaching Black history for real. You know what I'm saying? So when they get in my car,
of a black slave.
Yeah, I'm a black
but
slave.
They teaching about black greatness.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? So when I get in my car, I might ask them. I might ask them, well, who was the first the person who made the street? Yeah, my son said he got educated. But that's just me.
Yeah, we changed their diets. We do all that. Their parents call our phone. What my son doing? He said, take this out the house. Take that out the house. All that. They come back with all that stuff. And the youngins, they really want it. You know what I'm saying? When you give it to them, they'll go home and tell their parents. But the parents don't want to be challenged. With that kind of
they got closed minds, man. They got closed minds. A lot of them
because them parents don't want their kid looking at y'all and respecting y'all more than respect their parents.
But in truth,
go tell them do that. And he ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They want it, but it's a certain way. It's a certain way that it's an approach. It's a different approach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucking kid go home and say, well, shit, Mook told me to do 20 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? For me to get better. Right. The baby, the father might be like, the baby father might be like, oh, nah, fuck that. Nigga don't know what the fuck you talking about. Right. You don't need to be doing that. Right. That nigga don't know what the fuck you talking about. Right. Then it becomes to a challenge. Yeah. So now it's like, now you got to worry about this bullshit.
You know how I shut him up?
Then you got to worry about, oh, man, this kid ain't gonna. Then some coaches were out losing kids. Fuck that. Get the fuck on and do go ahead, bye.
That's what I'm about to tell you.
We do that. Get the fuck
2 years in a row we did it. 2 years in a row we lost one of our best players. Last year we went to the national championship, but we lost really both our best players because our best player got hurt in the national championship and in the game before the national championship game. You know what I'm saying? And this year we lost a good player this year. Right before we played the Metro Bengals. You know what I'm saying? The parent ain't like you said, everybody, to me, everybody kid is a professional already. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done made them $20 billion playing football and they don't got a contract. Right. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I had to do, like we was at a scrimmage, you know, I had to do it over there. I said, get it the tight end today. You know what I'm saying? We were short on kids. So after the scrimmage, man, I'm gone, man. Man, forget this, F y'all motherfuckers, I'm gone. So I'm like, hold up, Dre, we gonna have a meeting with the parents. So he just walk all off the field, cussing and fussing, right?
The kid?
Nah, the father. Nah, I'm done with y'all. So I talked to the dude, I said, man, what's the problem? He said, man, my son ain't no tight end. My son is a running back. I'm like, come on, man, a running back? I said, listen, man. I said, when you play youth football, you can play every position.
Man, anything, it don't matter.
Because it's not about I, it's about a team. And see, that's one thing that I always tell, like, parents and, like, people be like, man, that nigga right there, you ain't gonna get along with him, that motherfucker. But see, one thing I'm a team person. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I don't need the best kids to win. I kind of sort of, like, pattern myself at this. I watch, like, what I do a lot of studying on coaches. So I kind of run my program like a Bill Belichick, and I really like the guy in Alabama, Nick Saban, right? Right. And I always say one kid is not bigger than my program. You know what I'm saying? Because like on my team, if one person leave, we gonna reload. Yeah. What I mean by next man up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And people might, and like if you see my team, you won't see the drop off. You see what I'm saying? It'll still be a machine.
Because they prepared. They prepared to move the next position to do what that motherfucker's going in.
Yeah.
No, that kid back waiting like, go ahead.
Yeah.
I got it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my time to shine now.
And that's just a sign of what you're saying to me. That's a sign of how you run your practices. Like, learn all this shit.
Yeah.
Because you never know what the fuck might go down.
Yeah, anything.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And on a little league level, in truth, you don't really have the size and the speed to really put people in their proper position.
Yeah,
Really, because the size of all our players, all of them are really skilled position players. When you really look at their size, but you got to have 11 guys on the field. And so that's what makes football so good, because it's a team-oriented game. It's a game that make you unselfish. It's a game that make you look out for your brother.
But it can't. But Shoota, I ain't gonna say it's supposed to make you unselfish.
Right, supposed. Right,
yeah, supposed to.
Right, yeah, supposed.
Everybody's not unselfish.
Yeah, right.
Sacrifice.
We had children. We had children that played center for us all their life, but then go to high school and play receiver.
And play number,
We had a guy. Matter of fact, we had a guy that played tackle and DN all his life for us in the Metro Bengals. But he went to Eleanor Roosevelt, quarterback, and he was the All-Met. He was second team All-Met this year, quarterback.
Jaden, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's
All-Met basketball player too.
All-Met basketball player. But he played O-line.
No,
played
6'3" guard.
He played O-line and D-line for the Metro Bengals.
I know that.
All the way up. You know what I'm saying? And he never complained. Dad never complained. Never. We knew he was an athlete.
What did you just say?
Dad never complained.
You see what that said? About the father.
Key word.
Gotta be a father.
Dad never
Gotta
complained.
be a father, man.
And he been starting at quarterback since the 10th grade.
10th grade.
Since
And starting at point guard.
Yeah, since the 10th grade.
Roosevelt.
Kenny Crawley.
And play for
Kenny
Premier.
Crawley,
Yeah.
number 20 for the New Orleans Saints, the starting cornerback, played DN for me. It's no room for a cornerback in youth football.
Right.
He played DN. He was fast. He made one of the best plays I ever seen in youth football. He played a little slot here and there. He played DN. We kept telling Kenny, you got the ability. It's there. When you get to high school, and we prepared him for high school. He got there, was a little nervous. He never been a star. Then he goes there, play a little receiver and corner both. Don't even really know what he's going to play when he go to Colorado. Decides, corner probably going to be the best position. Still, don't get drafted. Do he quit? Nah. Kept working out. He in New Orleans. And he in on the last play against Stephon. And youth football is never going to dictate what you do at the next level. It's just getting you prepared.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't him made that dumbass.
No, that was him almost got his knee blown up. When 43 missed the tackle, he was the dude standing there and lifted his leg so he could get
Yeah,
hit.
but you know what? And another thing too, though, but I always tell parents, like, when they be like, my kids only do such and such. Like, with my experience, for me coaching, it always be like the skill position players never turn out what they think they gonna be. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I coach kids, man. I coach the best kid on my team. I had a kid that played for me, Kayvon Wilson. He in the NFL too. He played with Detroit Lions. And one thing about Shorty, I coached him, and when he came from 14, he was not what he thought he was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? We coached him up. When he was in the Nutcracker, all he did was rolls. You know what I'm saying? And I had to really get into him like, nah, man, you got the ability. We chest high over here, right? But just to say this, and we had one of the best kids that ever played youth football I've coached, Rashad Wilson.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Rashad, what's Rashad name?
What is
Rashad?
Williams.
Yeah, Williams, something like that.
Yes, sir.
But Rashad was the best kid, man. I always tell parents right now today, just because your son the best kid on this team doesn't mean he gonna be the best kid on the next team. Right. And just because you're the best kid now doesn't mean you're going to the league. Because Kayvon Wilson was not the best kid on that team.
Yes, sir.
Russell
was never the best.
But one thing I'm gonna tell you. But one thing he did that I always tell him about himself, he always worked harder than every last person. You know what I'm saying? He always worked hard, and he always did the extra stuff like the track. Tavon, you gonna run track? I got him in the track. I did whatever I did for him. But like the best kids, his head so big, like I ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I already made it. Yeah, the parents let me get away with it.
So I'm gonna tell you something. Natural talent, it catches up with you.
Yes, it do. Yes.
When you don't work on your shit,
Yeah.
And you going them, you like, oh, it's 800 motherfuckers that's way better than me right now. All because you ain't want to get in that gym and work out. I think that every young kid at some point, either I don't know what the sport is, it's a wake up call.
Right. Oh yeah.
Once you get on the road, once you get out the local system, and you the bad, you the man. When you take that motherfucking trip, that little 3 hour, anything over a 3 hour drive, you on your own.
You gonna see something different.
You on your own. Anytime you gonna see something different.
Yeah.
And when you get in them motherfucking situations, football, basketball, boxing, baseball, don't matter. All them motherfuckers got the same talent you got.
Yeah.
But guess what? Then it comes down to who worked the hardest.
Who do the little thing.
That's who gonna get it.
The little thing I always tell parents, right? I went to see this kid play basketball today. And she was like, oh, the coaches ain't teaching this. Like, so I said, the first thing I say, well, what do you do to be extra, to be good? Yeah. Like, what do you do besides this? Because the coaches only got you for an hour a day. Yeah. So I don't know what greater coach, who is that great to make a kid great in 1 hour and 3 days a week. Yeah. You ain't that great. I don't care who you is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I said, first thing I told her, I said, well, what do y'all do for him to get better? Would he just go in the house and play the game? Right. You know what I'm saying? Play the game. Yeah. But then you come out here and you blame all the what he not doing. You blame on the coaches. Right. And that's not fair to us coaches. Right. You know, it's not fair.
Let me say something. That's a great point, Mook, because me and bro was talking last night. We was having a discussion about we had a parent, you know, his son played ball, and everything was about the coach. Oh man, the coach ain't. So and this is that's a sickness. Just just the utmost respect I have for my brother's knowledge of the game, of just life in general. You know what I'm saying? He looked at the guy and said, "Damn, you don't think that players, you know, coaches are just the players? Right? You know what I'm saying? Coaches coach the way their players are. Right. So evidently." Your son is not doing something right for the coach to coach the way he is. Yeah. Right. Oh man, he took him out. He must not be doing nothing. Right. We sub too much. Your son must not be doing. Your son is not dominant at his position. So now you gotta blame the coach. Right. The coach. Hey, no homo. The coach gets fucked every time. Oh yeah. And guess what? You lose. You the worst coach ever. You win. You the best and the worst. Because they still gonna say, oh, he still could have. You know what I'm saying? But they cool. They gonna celebrate with you and all that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to coaches in general, man. Coaches I like they don't understand, man. The shit that coaches go through, Joe.
Yeah, and especially in football. I'm gonna show you something you just said about coaching. I had a parent just the other day, man, and I'm gonna show you how wild it gets. Son played 6U. That's how low. Man, why my son ain't get the ball? He scored on a 54-yard touchdown. I be like, y'all know everything they do good. I said, how many tackles did he miss that game? Exactly. You remember the 50? But he said the coach should have gave him the ball again. I said, let me show you why your son scored on the 50, because they don't know football. Let me show you why he scored on the 54-yard touchdown. Because we was in the I formation, and they kept keying on the tailback. Your son was playing fullback. So after the coach, who don't know shit, supposedly, realized that they were bypassing the fullback to go tackle the tailback, he handed the ball to the fullback. So then his son went 54 yards untouched. That was all his son's doing. Not the coach, not the lineman, everything. Man, my son ran for 54 yards. I said, because the coach made the right call. Right. I said, but now, the 54-yard run was all your son. But now when he don't get the ball, it's the coach's fault. And we just said, I said, and motherfucker, he's 6. What's your fucking expectations? Right. Man, guess I told him. Then, like we say, I said, I got Beacon House number, the Bengals number. I got about 6 numbers on speed dial. If you don't want to bring your 6-year-old son back, they'll gladly take it. Because you know what? They're going to tell his ass the same shit. Right. But he blamed, and that's all it come down. Like you say, it's coaching. But coach don't get no credit when they do something good. Just
my son did it.
But the backwards part is the same energy that they put in critiquing us, they don't put that same energy in the schools.
Yeah.
Right.
So
some of them feel
a teacher cannot teach their son nothing all day long.
Totally agree.
We pass articles around all that just to see if youngins can read and all that. And I just look how youngins struggle with certain things. You know what I'm saying? Well, I give them a homework assignment, see who come back with it, and I see their handwriting and all this kind of stuff. But I'm wondering, damn, how you let a teacher with a degree who's getting paid do this to your son?
Yeah.
But the minute I do one thing, you got that whole list of things already checked off on why he not gonna be with you, this, that, and the third. But you don't pull your son out of a classroom when he not excelling in the books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like we got things backwards. You know what I'm saying? We critique the wrong things. We won't critique how well our son read, but we'll critique how many times he running the ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all those things are part of the bigger problems that we have when it comes to raising our young men. The same reason why we got this new breed of men being born. Mm-hmm. The same thing that the women saying that they hate about their children's father or their baby daddy or why they can't stand them, that's the same man that they making.
Yeah.
They producing
I
producing the same exact man because
sure.
they making excuses for him.
Yeah.
They blaming everybody else for what he not doing, and they won't hold him accountable. So guess what? A lazy little boy gonna grow up to be a lazy man.
Yep.
Ain't don't nothing change.
Yep.
Don't nothing change.
I totally agree with you because I think parents now are raising their kids to be stars. Mm-hmm. Not to be young men, not to be successful in life. They raise them to be that.
But I don't Kurt, I don't even think they're raising them to be stars. They're raising them to be viral. Right. See, stars, there's some substance to it. Viral mean I get 5 seconds on the internet, I get 1 million likes.
Yeah.
So that's different from them. That's different being a star. You know what I'm saying? We live in a highlight era.
Social media kills everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I mean, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like
to me, what I meant by stars is it's some motherfuckers that made Facebook stars.
But that's what I mean. But when I think about stars, like Kevin Durant is a star.
Right. No, I get that.
Then you got the little kid that's going to Georgetown next year. He's viral. Nobody's really seen him play basketball, but he's getting 2 million views on every play he gets.
There's no substitute.
Right. It's just right.
But to the parents, he's a star.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They rated me a star. Oh, my son or my daughter, she do this and that. Or you don't have the motherfuckers when they do this shit at the age of 7.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm like,
6.
when your kid 12, I said, why do you son?
Yeah.
Oh no, he just wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be crazy.
Man, we got a coach in our team. His son, 6. Man, every day he got something on his son. My son is a running back. My son is a star. He got him on working out at a trainer at 6 years old. I have me a 5-year-old kid. I wish I would take my son to a trainer to get ready for some football. No bullshit. He needs some natural instincts.
Yeah,
natural. He needs to get his butt outside and go play some football and basketball. And that's why I always look at like basketball to me today is more a gym basketball. It's not street no more. You see that when I grew up, man, it was outside basketball. I go down and watch. I go down and watch. They ain't doing no more. No, because everything is a trainer. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, people had natural instincts, natural things. If you look at the football, as you and Rock and Bullock, you know, kid running the football, you know, you running about, you got some now, kid like this man. Right. Everything stiff. Right. Like you're a robot. Right. There's that robot football.
You know the irony though is like you guys as coaches, they want to blame you guys. Nobody blame the trainer though.
Right.
Right.
You make your son stiff.
Kid don't, you know, he can show off. He got this one guy. He got
the trainer getting paid.
He got this one guy to the league, but the other 99 he can't make the high school team.
He was already going.
Nobody talk about it.
Yeah, but he was already. But see, 9 out of 10, he was already good.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He was already good because you really can't make a child good. No. I mean, you can assist him. You can, you know what I'm saying? You can assist
IQ and stuff like that.
Yeah. You can't
but that comes from just going outside to play just fucking
which they don't do no
football and basketball. See, they don't do that shit no more.
Listen, man, that's the best. Listen, I've been coaching for 27 years, and I'm going to keep saying it, but back then in the day when it was no internet, it was better football players. And you know that, Shoota, and you know that. Man, listen, man, we played football in the snow.
Oh, man.
Man,
I play ball in the snow.
Everything.
You go in between that college.
We the original general
the sidewalk. We use the sidewalk out of bounds. Like That's correct. You know what I'm saying? We played
use
in the
monkey
street.
balls as basketball court.
But see, that's what made it natural. That's what made the natural movement. See, nowadays, I see myself coaching, and like certain things that I teach my backs, it's not natural. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the in and out move, out and in move, but that should come natural. Right. If you was outside playing throwback tackle, you already had it.
You ain't trying to get hit in throwback tackle. You ain't trying to get hit in throwback tackle.
That's a great point, because to me, I'm hearing what you're saying. I think actually back then it was way more two-way players.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You go to HD, you had them motherfuckers, Andre McLeod play tight end and motherfucking shooting guard. Fred McCoy, them niggas playing power forward and motherfucking left tackle. It was more motherfucking Henderson Mosley, the greatest athlete I've ever seen, I've ever known personally, to actually be, to grow up with him. I ain't, fuck that. Man, you got some basketball, baseball, and then you got to think about this. This nigga played the most important position in every sport. He played point guard in basketball, quarterback in football, and got them pitching in baseball.
And guess what?
Joe, this motherfucker was bad, Joe.
When Tommy mentioned baseball, when I had to go up to 13, 15 with Geek, and he pitched,
oh man,
I walked
hand mittens,
I walked off. Even my business, I ain't
But you know the other thing with that is the basketball coaches discourage the kids from playing football.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
They made kids one-dimensional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think back in the day, it was like, we can name a record.
But you know something? No, back in the day, and back at least when I played Boys and Girls Club, some of the basketball coaches coach football too.
Yeah.
You don't see that no more. Nah, coach two sports.
There's only one.
Man,
They only coach basketball and football.
Juice, motherfucker, my man. They don't get Kelly Miller, bad motherfucker. Two-way sport. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, Juice. Yeah.
Man, this motherfucker was awesome, Joe. But we don't get them no more. Nah. We get them sometime, but it's not as dominant in both sports.
It's red. It's red now.
It was athletes all over. Exactly. It was athletes everywhere. Bone, you know this. Down Watts. Can you imagine if a college coach would have just came down Watts and just took a peek at anything?
Any motherfucking thing.
He'd be saying, fuck is this?
No bullshit. No bullshit.
Just the everyday dude.
Everyday just
coming out, playing above the rim. I'm talking about everything.
All that shit.
I mean, you don't see that at all.
Oh no!
Either you play. But that's if they play. Right. If they play.
Right. Just when you was there with the white and them, like, I ain't no motherfucking shooter can jump like this. You know what I'm saying? But it just boy creativity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Too. You just growing up and seeing all that shit that's been. We had so many athletes growing up. Man, what? We didn't even fucking know what the fuck was going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a two-way sport nigga. It's like, because that was the way that was what was happening when we grew up.
We ain't do that shit. Everything. Yeah, we played everything. It ain't just you a football player.
Nah, you an athlete.
Yeah, you an athlete.
You know what I'm saying? You an athlete.
When y'all invited, sent the text out for the show, you know, I thought you was the one to talk to me about my career on the monkey balls. I thought because it was a basketball show. I thought you wanted to talk about how I dominated them. No, and then bring my men with me. You know what I'm saying? But this wasn't y'all were talking about that.
No, we wasn't talking. We told the Ed that came back from the camp, and we started calling you Ed. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't talking about that, Ed. You know?
But that's the thing. Like even back then, man, these kids now, man, like you said, they don't play outside, man. When we couldn't play on the basketball course, we literally ran around walking bars, man. And dunking and doing everything.
Or you put a basketball court on a lamppost. You know what I'm saying? We done did all that.
No, explain this to them though. When we was young, did our parents have to take us to practice?
Oh, no, we can't
No picking nobody up.
Bennett Road Station. We bump transfer just to get to our coach, or we'll walk.
I can speak volume of that shit. You know what I'm saying? My mother ain't never seen a goddamn practice in her life.
No way.
Come to the game, hey, was all right, boom. Win or lose, boom,
mother came to the game?
Sometimes.
To the game.
Sometimes.
My mother ain't never came to one.
You know, when I got in high school, I ain't throw Kelly Miller and shit, you know, but high school, but just growing up, Moms ain't know when the fuck I even had a game.
Yeah.
But I come to the house like, I had a game day. Okay.
We wanted it though.
Who won? That shit ain't matter.
Yeah, we wanted it.
The bottom line was,
We wanted
you was out there doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
boom,
we
you
wanted
got the
it.
fuck out the house.
Right.
And
But
went on
nothing
and do what the
stop
fuck
us.
you had to do.
We bummed transfers, Slim.
Man, you already know.
We walked through projects,
Yeah.
we walked
Yeah. All
through
that
family
shit.
seven,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, through the woods, all that.
It's funny
Yeah.
y'all was talking about like two-way athletes, right? Because me and Andre played together at HD. But see, we ain't have this back then. So a lot of times, like, it's little stuff to change. Like, we was talking about it earlier. We like letters. Like we said, back then, he letter in 3 sports. You know, like, they don't talk about that now. Like we had our letter now, and that like,
Letters ain't cool right there.
Letters ain't cool. Back then it was. You had to have your stamp. Like he said, Andre didn't play his senior year football because which nigga convinced him not to. Coach Woods or whatever. He ain't played. But he probably the best tight end I ever saw. Andre could have led it in 3 sports. He could have ran track. Yeah, Andre McLeod.
Yeah, Andre McLeod's a bad
Dwayne Pugh led it in 3 sports. Dwayne Pugh played with me. Football, swimming, track. You had to be doing something all the time. You know, and the other thing too is if you weren't doing it, you was participating. When I was at HD, at the end of football season, we followed the basketball.
But the crazy part is athletes used to hang together. Now
That's
you
what
might see 6
There's
kids
so much dumb shit going on there. You're not hanging
one
together
playing
no more.
sports, so that's kind of why the varsity letters and stuff. Because you the only one with it. Your 5 friends might not even understand what's going on. They rapping. You know what I'm saying? They rapping.
Right.
That's a very great point because you got to think. Yep. Everybody rapping.
Yeah, I hate this.
And then you think back in the day, Joe. I'm just speaking Kelly Miller days.
A lot of broke rappers.
You knew who the crews were.
Yeah.
In the Kelly Miller days, you knew it was them 3 or 4. It was the other 3 or 4. You knew who the crew was.
Yeah.
And that's another way I look at this shit for real, to be honest with y'all. Like, for to go back in the day, like I said, like, you knew the crews was, right? It was them 3, or you know that, that's what's the name of them.
Right.
Or that's what's the name of them. And the respect that I love for y'all, man, it's the same crew.
Yes, sir.
That y'all had since back in the day.
Yeah, way.
It ain't no the crew that branched off.
Nah.
It's still the same crew.
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, or 3 niggas don't matter, but it's still the same crew.
Cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You go back in the day, a Miller, you know, it might have been him, and him. They walk to school, boom.
Oh man.
Come see, and then anybody him. You knew that crew.
Yeah.
And for to be our age right now, and you see that same group, man.
Yeah.
That means a lot, and it also means that we all are putting our motherfucking truth and heart into these kids, man, because we seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to what I said. We never knew back then that motherfuckers wasn't getting no money for that shit. Right. They take care of us, they coach us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was doing that shit from their heart.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And for the hook up sometimes with some meat. And still got that motherfucking same camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? We good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a plus, man, and that's a respect level I think that people don't get.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This shit ain't easy, man.
No.
Also, I want to say to speak on that. It's an army behind us, man. We got a lot of people who love us, who it's hard dealing with myself, Shoota, Sweat, Warney at times, and even some of the coaches, but there's a lot of people, man, who believe in us, who believe in the vision that we have, and see what we're doing, the process. And I definitely want to say thank you to them, our coaches, our admins, or everybody, the parents who do participate, because without them, we wouldn't be here, because we wouldn't be here. But
parents making sure on Sunday, Saturdays at the food, man, they have food to eat.
Kids
get Gatorade, waters.
The few parents that are participating, they definitely take up for the ones who don't. You know what I'm saying? They pull the weight for the ones who don't. And it's still making it a little harder for us, but at the end of the day, the ones who do participate, man, they really help us out a lot, man.
But you only as strong is the people around you.
But
a lot of people don't understand that.
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. That's on everything.
That's life, period. You know what I'm saying? Because if you running your own company, if you ain't got good people in your company, I guarantee your company is successful. You know what I'm saying? So you're only as good as the people around you.
That's a great point because I'm looking from Charlie Moore to Rock to you to Shoota Bullock and myself, right? You know what I'm saying? And you go around the table, right? All of us got some shit to talk about each other.
Right.
Positive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To come on this motherfucker, it ain't like, now we done had certain motherfuckers on the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So some bad, some great shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, to have a panel when all of us can relate to the same shit, the same shit, in the same time of life, though, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Keep holding us, but at the same time, he been there when we was young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, that's what I'm saying. So for us, it ain't nothing. We gonna argue or talk about the same shit at some point in time because our ear's the same.
That's right.
Ours and we always give respect to the guys before us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we always look at the kids that you gotta think. And me personally, little Keon in them. Them little guys, man, little Keon, little Dion, all them guys, man. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, man, we all got credit for that.
Right. That's right.
For them being grown men and respectful, and, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
right.
Larry Epps and them dudes, man, just been in the barbershop, Rio, Times, all them dudes, man, Smith, all them dudes, man. You know, that shit, Nunu. To me, I don't. To me, Ray, all them guys, man, Pop, you gotta think, man, it was one particular time for a long stretch of them years, man, we always met at some point in time in that barbershop and spent some great nights together as far as just kicking it, man.
No agenda.
No agenda. It ain't like that was the spot.
Right.
So to me, a lot, and for them guys,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember back in the day, man, myself, Pop, Stink, we used to like watch cars ride past, man. Like, I'm gonna get that when I grow up. I'm gonna get that vet. I'm gonna get that Benz.
That's my car.
Yeah, that's my car. You know what I'm saying? Devin and all us, man. Me and them should leave Miller, Joe, and go to Spring and watch 31 and No Mob. Catch the motherfucking bus and all that. You know what I'm saying? So at some point in time, man, we old. You think back and say, God damn, Joe, like, man, we done been through that shit, Joe. And the thing about it, the real thing about it, the parents that we are dealing with, they know that, and that's why they trust. They trust y'all. Man, we grew up together.
They're the ones that know the history.
You know what I'm saying? All that, the Lincoln Heisman, the Clay, all them. Man, we shattered that shit and flooded it.
Yes, sir.
And them the kids that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Godson and all them.
Oh man,
you get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, man. Like. But to me, that shit mean a lot to me for y'all doing what the fuck y'all doing, Slim. And that's why I call Rock. I say, man, we got to get this done.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We got to get this done, man. It's very well appreciated, man. You know what I'm saying? For y'all guys to come on and share the shit y'all been through on this coaching venue, this whatever y'all, you know what I'm saying, whatever y'all going through.
Man, words can't describe the gratitude, you know, being on this platform, being a fan of it. I watch it. I don't have social media, but if you check my YouTube and my recent watches and all that kind of stuff, I'm always tuning in because I'm a fan of the city. I'm a fan of the history of the city. I look at the show, you know what I'm saying? It brings back so many memories. I have my own little memories, you know what I'm saying? I see the guys that's on here, I'm saying to myself, damn, I used to be at Cathedral, North Brentwood, playing against these guys, you know what I'm saying? All the different gyms, Peppermill and all that. And so when I see the guys and they older and they giving back, you know what I'm saying? It makes me a fan of the show. So words can't describe this opportunity because somebody gonna hear this, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully somebody here from this group of men, this panel of men that's handling young boys, and they'll say, you know what, I learned something from that today, and you know what, I'm probably going to ease up and allow those, I'm going to trust those men, you know what I'm saying, to handle my son, because in truth, they don't have no record of abuse, you know what I'm saying, all they have is a record of youngers that want to run through a wall from, like, one thing I always say about him, because I coach with him, and Rock can vouch for this. When I'm talking to a coach, if I got to play against him or one of the other coaches in our program got to play against him, if they'll get their opinion of Mook. And I say, let me tell you something, man. And as large as my witness, I always say, Mook going to have 40 children to show up. I said, but 20 of them youngers ain't going to make it. I said, but the 20 that's going to stay, they're going to run through a wall for him. I said, so if you ain't ready to run through a brick wall, and your youngins ain't ready to run through a brick wall, you probably ain't gonna get out that game. And so my point in saying that goes for all of us. All of us had that same pedigree. All of us had that same determination. That's what we try to instill into all the youngins. It ain't about always the X's and O's. It ain't always about who's the best kid. It's about who wanted more. And can you push that out? Can you push the most out of a child? That's how I judge coaching.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? If you can get the size child that max out on effort, you know what I'm saying? That's a credit to the guy that's managing that coach. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm hoping, well, I know that this platform, you know what I'm saying, going to bring attention to what we doing. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the opportunity, Kurt and Tommy, because also the state talking about taking it away from the youngins. You know what I'm saying? We adults.
We can't let that happen.
Right. We adults. You know what I'm saying? We don't get paid for this. So if you take it, we'll miss it. But what you'll do is you'll hurt children. So if you really love children, you won't hurt us. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because
well, I ain't gonna lie, you might hurt me.
I mean, no. It's a
I really love it.
Yeah. We both. You know what I'm saying? We all love it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the people that's gonna suffer the most.
Yeah, the kids.
You know what I'm saying? All of us mature adults. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we got an idea of who we are, what we want to do. Those children don't have an idea, and some of them got their identity out on these football fields. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for that, you know what I'm saying, it would have never happened. So this show, you know, words can't describe, man. Very grateful.
Good time, man.
I want to thank Kurt, too. I want to piggyback on something Brock said, because I don't want our parents to ever think they shortchange. The ones that's doing, we love them. The ones that's helping us coach, we love them. The ones that's not, like Shoota say, let's be half full. Just step up. We're not doing this to be antagonistic or, you know, I say I don't like the parents. I love them. I just don't like how they act sometimes, you know. So we definitely appreciate that. And then I thought about it on the way over here because I was like, well, Kurt want me to come? He's like, yeah. I was like, I call this stuff nigga show. But for some reason, I watch Kurt's. I ain't saying it because I'm sitting there. I got hooked on the Sherman show. Sherman and Pendergrass. I was like, all right, let me start one. Because I just be thinking social media just get a lot of bullshit started. So I try to stay off it. But I like Kurt's show. You know, I'm like, that's one of the shows.
It's our show.
Our show, yeah. I ain't mean to say, I'm just going to say Kurt.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And it's so funny. I was like, I'm glad he brings us on here with the four that's on here. Because it can be a good conversation. It can be a helpful conversation, you know, and this screen is scary. I think of a Kurt Smith story. That's probably what I was saying. I was in Rhode Island. My oldest brother was coaching in Rhode Island, the prep school up there. And there was a kid from California. And I walked in the gym, and my brother said, man, this kid been trying, this about 15 years ago, about 12 years ago. He said, this kid been saying, when your brother coming up here, I want to meet him. So I walk up, I'm thinking he want to meet me. You know what he asked me? He was going to prep school in Rhode Island, but he's from California. He said, man, you know Kurt Smith? I said, you been waiting for me to come up here from DC to know Kurt? He's like, Kurt Smith played in the summer league out there when I was like 9 years old or something, and he scored all these points and everything. I said, yeah, I know him. I said, I thought you wanted to meet like Coach Bullock, right? He's like, nah, my brother told me you know Kurt Smith, right? I said, yeah, I know him, man. I was like, damn. But see, that was before this. See, he had to go see Kurt play. He couldn't hear nobody tell him how good Kurt was. He sat there at 9 and was like, who is this dude, Kurt Smith? And I'm laughing, saying, damn, I'm in Rhode Island with all these white boys. And all the brother want to ask me is, do I know Kurt Smith? But them the impacts we be having. The kid ended up playing basketball for my brother in Rhode Island. He ended up he went to URI, he played football at URI, and then he teach school up there. But his biggest thrill in life was watching Kurt Smith and the stuff we don't do no more. That ain't done no more. And we don't know it's an impact until later because we picked this up, man. That thing right there, lie.
It's me, and just to counteract what you said, like, man, back like I told Shoota, man, back, I can't forget them days where I'm in junior high school playing with Dickie Wells, just come home from just seeing Dennis Scott and them guys, and Anthony Tucker and them guys from being young. You just come back and me and Sweat, you should be in John Sweat. I just sweat about these dudes. I said, man, these niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my man, that's my motherfucking man, John Sweat. You know what I'm saying? We always have conversations. I was on back then. You know what I'm saying? I was a year ahead of him, you know what I'm saying? I was in 98, but me and Sweat always had conversations about these dudes, man, who some bad dudes. I was coming back.
Right.
And sharing my, you know what I'm saying, the shit that I've been through.
Yeah.
Guys I've seen, man, like, I'm like, swear, these motherfuckers. I was in practice Dennis Scott the other day. Sweat like, man, for real? Then nigga? Yeah. Sweat my main motherfucking man. You know what I'm saying? We had these conversations back in the day.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just a bond, man, that even with Charlie Moe, when Tommy sang with G-Town, we down there motherfucking Miller hooping, boom, boom, and everybody shit.
Yes, sir.
Man, Tommy was our shit. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We done seen all that shit. Then the Null wreck was bumping. Nigga tell me, yeah, I'm like, they say Mook dunking and all. I was like, God damn, these my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Black Asian, all these dudes, man. That's neighborhood fun, man.
Yes, sir.
That's neighborhood respect.
That's
all that shit is neighborhood respect.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's well deserved and need to be known.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all done been through the trenches with that shit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what sport it is. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all guys to come in, man, y'all just, I mean, let's talk about a few minutes on, man, how y'all dudes make kids in college and all that shit.
You got a lot of.
I mean, all that. You know, I mean, just in general, as far as,
so humble,
man, I was on Facebook Live one day, Mook. I see you on the jump. Kids sign. I'm like, hold up, Joe.
Yeah,
I'm like, hold up, Joe. These my own.
And y'all got NFL kids.
So that make me feel like I'm a part of that shit too. Because we all cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? I remember, Rock, when I was coaching with Salt, we go to Atlantic City, New Jersey, you like, Rock, so I'm driving that joint. Man, what you need for the rooms? Give me a couple of kids, I'm going to pay for the rooms. This man did that. You know what I'm saying? Without boom, that's support, that's family. You know what I'm saying? Because it brings me back to DGS on the corner, nigga.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Ammy hooks and all that, man. We going over get a motherfucking Doritos and the motherfucking soda and shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had nothing. You told shit costs $1 or $2. You know what I'm saying? And to see everybody went their own way, but at the same time, man, that's why I love what y'all niggas doing. Yeah. That shit is well appreciated, man. And for me, because back then, I always looked at myself as like, shit, I'm out this motherfucker doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my guys, we good. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I'm going to motherfucking the capital classes. I'm going to the motherfucking this and that. And me and Rock, we always talk about little certain shit. But nowadays, I'm like, well, shit, my niggas doing it. I'm saying they reaching out to these kids. You know what I'm saying? Every time you cross paths, we already got a little argument going with the AI shit. But at the same token, man, it's love.
Yes, sir.
It's all love because we can talk about it, we can debate, we can argue.
That's right.
We ain't leaving that conversation saying fuck Shoota and fuck Bone, fuck Mook, fuck Rock. Right. We ain't leaving conversations like that because we all family.
Oh yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I love about the whole situation. That's why I say, hold up. At some point in time, man, we gotta get this shit with my niggas on this shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as you sent the text, as soon as you sent it,
he told me, I was like, man, get this shit done.
Yeah.
Moved the first Shoota, and all of us was excited about being able to, like, I just had Charlie Mook to confirm, but to being able to be the first, like, this is a basketball.
A different sport.
Yeah, y'all brought youth football along, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, you know, it's one thing to have an organization like Marshall Heights that got 6 national championships, 4 in the last 5 in the last 6 years.
No, we got
5 total, 4 in the last 6 years or something like that. Yeah. And then to be included in that, you know what I'm saying, as young as we are, you know what I'm saying, in terms of our growth and when we started, you know what I mean? So because you could have, if you would have simply asked me, hey, I need to get Mook number, I would have get, you know, and they could have just been on here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate it, man. And I hope that like the coaches are getting what we're saying, and a lot of parents are getting what we're saying and understanding. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all about your children. It's all about love. And I think that it like Coach Mook and them said earlier, if your heart ain't in this as a coach, man, get out of the way, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the way. If you only doing this, man, because you want this social media, you want to be the one, man, get out of the way, man. This shit ain't about you. It's about the children, man. You know what I'm saying? It really is, man.
Hey, I just want to say, man, I appreciate Charlie and Kirk, man. Like you said, like we grew up basically in the same neighborhoods and stuff, you know. I didn't watch Kirk, I didn't came to the gym, see my man do his thing at the gym. I couldn't wait till that day came, man. I see the team play, you know what I'm saying? And Charlie same way as well, you know. But I just want to say, man, I appreciate it, man, for y'all letting me come up here, you know, and give my organization a little bit more exposure to it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I do it for this, man. I do it for this. You know what I'm saying? And another reason, a big reason I really wanted to come on the show is to show people that, you know, people say Mook is an asshole, he this and he that, right? but to be honest with you, if they knew me, they'll understand me as a person. You know what I'm saying? It's just like whatever
your passion.
Yeah. But this is not even for football. Like whatever I do, like even though I got my business, I want my business to grow. I want it to be the best. Like anything that I do, I always want to be number one because to me, number two is a failure, and I don't like to fail in anything that I do. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of parents take that as being arrogant or he an asshole. He that. No, I'm a focused person. You know what I'm saying? And like you said. Like, the football does help the kids, but I think football helped me as a person. Just coaching this, you know, being around the kids, and it kept me disciplined, which I know I had to get up. We had practice at 6:30. I had to get my butt up and make sure I get everything lined up before practice. You know what I'm saying? I got me a son. My son 28. So I had to get my son together, take him to where he had to go, and I had to get to practice. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of made me who I am today, too. You know what I'm saying? So it was like... It worked both ways. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank y'all again, man, for having me on the show. And I hope people see me as a different light and not just crazy maniac man, because I'm really not. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta think they're going to see a different light because one thing we bring on the show is like, this one you really speak for yourself.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck what they think of you. Yeah. But once they see shit you say and they notice things you're doing for your community, things for your kids, it'd be a whole different look. Trust me, I've been doing that shit a long time ago. I know how that shit is. I mean, you up, you down, it don't matter. But it's up to the individual, man, to keep going and doing what the fuck they do. You know, I think that it'll be, our town would be way fucked up if we actually worried about what anybody said about us or thought of us. Yeah. Right. You know, so to me, to be honest with you, to speak for myself, I would probably have killed myself by now. Right. Yeah, if I paid attention to anything anybody said about me, because it's all negative. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when you doing your thing, oh, you the best motherfucker in the world. And that's why you got to appreciate friendships and all that shit throughout your whole life because them the ones that's going to be with you. Now, we done had a lot of them and lost a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And we all human. Right. That's how the shit is. Can't nobody right here say they haven't lost a good friend. Right. As far as the foul shit, what's been boom. Yeah. So you know what? Me to just give you guys, man, and I already know y'all. I mean, y'all ain't no dumbfounded motherfuckers where y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Y'all been through before. To me, the way I deal with that shit, I stay to myself. And I stay close to the guys who I think my motherfucking friends for real. You get what I'm saying? Now you can get them streets, you can get in them barber shops, you can get in them streets. Oh man, that nigga, woo. That shit, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? But when that shit come down to motherfucking really thinking to your heart and where you at in life and where you trying to get at, I think that's why y'all motherfuckers together. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We all done been through, Lord, we done tripped over some bricks. Right. Here and there. You know what I'm saying? It's been some say so. But real men go with their heart and know who they fuck with for real. And I think that's why y'all guys are so successful with what y'all doing because y'all never got caught up in the streets. Y'all never got caught up in he say, she say. Y'all never got caught up in the what's going on today, the social media, boom, boom. All that shit is like together. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I wish my man Sweat was here today. I texted, I said, make sure my man Sweat come through. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That's a business. He said, like, nigga, if I come over there, I ain't going to work tomorrow. But I got to go to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Out of due respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, her, we back in the day, all that shit, man. Man, and it was always, man, like, to all you, man, Charlie Moore, my motherfucking main man, all y'all, Rock, everybody, Mook, we family, Slim. When we come there, everybody there, we fuck that, we represent them, the Bengals, Marshall, but at the whole time, to make that shit real clear, we represent that with our little area.
Right.
And guess what, Bone? And to even show even more gratitude, it just made me reflect on some other things, man. You've always represented the city in a way that you put the city on your shoulders. And you don't even realize it. Your influence. And, you know, I also had a business, a clothing business in this city.
My motherfucker, Squash y'all. You already know that.
The whole
nigga.
city was sorting after you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The We Are Ones, the All Days and all them. Big ups to them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of respect for those guys. But you made sure. You know what I'm saying? You made sure you came in them doors, man.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Now that you all doing something, you dig what I'm saying? Man, personally, I have to, you know what I'm saying, put y'all in my prayers and all that, hoping that this thing shoot up, man, as far as any show can possibly shoot up. Because
definitely appreciate
whenever
that,
you was
man.
coming in the store, you was trying to push me up.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate how you represented
The name
all
of the
of
team,
us.
the
Man.
Kennedy was called Squash Y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All of that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I played AAU won a couple tournaments for Squash Show.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
my man right
Yes,
there,
sir.
man.
yes, sir. So, and during that time, you talking about, you got relationships with Bone, you got relationships with Kenny, you got relationships with the whole city because you always represented the city.
Right,
So
right.
even on that, you know what I'm saying, I knew when you was coming in the doors what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? You were trying to push us up. Push me up, saying, man, I got my man. He's a homie. I'm
that's
coming
exactly
in.
what I was doing.
Yes, I already know. Yes, sir. So,
Going back from that,
Yes,
so
sir.
you already know what them days
oh,
was,
man,
man.
yes, sir. Definitely.
Them KMU, man. We
Yes,
got
sir.
represent, man.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, this
Bone and
show is
Pig.
KMU, man.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Bone, but you don't never say nothing about Bell and Pig, man.
Oh, but come on, you know
Pig
we
and
man, James Brother, you already see, that's a whole nother show.
Oh, man.
That's a whole nother show.
Man,
Them was my
Pig.
niggas.
Oh,
Hey,
man, Pig, man, you
man,
stood
Pig,
there
my
with the
man.
Pig in the corner.
We was the big three.
Oh, my
We was
God.
the big three.
Yeah.
Me, Bell, and Pig.
Pig used to turn around before he even let the shot.
And that's
Before Steph was doing
That
it.
one was good.
And he always used to say,
Burn
in
and
the front
Hound.
row.
Hey, rest in peace. Rest in
Front
peace,
row.
my motherfucking man, Pig,
Yes,
man.
sir.
One of the best shoes I ever. Pig passed,
Before
man.
we get too far, though, y'all talk about the college kids, because that's big, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
College stuff about the kids in college, man, from your programs, man.
For us with the college kids, like I said, we share a history with Marsh Heights because that's where we come from. You know what I'm saying?
That's great, man.
We really the little brother of Marsh Heights. You know what I'm saying? Our pedigree, everything that we in regard to trying to win, the process, all those things. We got the blueprint from home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That home came from all of us being together. And to show you how powerful what we had together, even when we branched off to do our own thing, we've been around since 2006. And in that short period of time, 20 youngers done already touched college. 9 of them have been all met.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? 9. You know what I'm saying? You talking about 2006 to 2017. You know what I'm saying? To be recognized like that. You know what I'm saying? You talking about children, our youngins this year. They was the 2 most sold out players in the whole state or city, whatever you want to call this area.
Yeah.
Mike Salahuddin and Noah. They were the most sold out players.
Notre Dame
Marsh
and
Rice
Pitt.
and Metro Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Our 2 youngest. One chose Notre Dame, and our youngin chose Pitt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, the list goes on. The Oklahomas, we talked about that earlier today. Pernell Motley, man, we was all proud. You know what I'm saying? January 1st, we sending out blasts everywhere. Slim, look at the tape. I mean, look at the game. It's January 1st, New Year's. We looking at a child, man, that was 8, 9 years old running around, man, and now, you know, he a true sophomore on the field, balling, something that he always done. And it goes back to us talking about skill position children. Pernell Motley was a hell of a running back. But he made the adjustment when he knew it was time to go to college because he knew that, you know, that side of the ball may not be the best side for me when it's time to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? He could have been one of those that felt like all I want to do is play running back. But just on that, you know what I'm saying, we blessed, man, to have 7 children this year to sign. So 2 Wednesdays ago, we had 7 children to sign, man. And,
that's big.
yeah, so we got children in Maryland, Pitt, Oklahoma, Temple.
Big time football
I mean,
program.
yes, sir. Even when you want to do historical black colleges, Howard University, you know what I'm saying? We got to get them their props. Lincoln University, all them different.
Yeah,
big time football program. That's good.
So
free education is the key, man.
Free education.
That's the key right there.
Man, we blessed. Bowie State, we had something to sign there. We had Marshall. You know what I mean? Shepherd.
Yeah.
We had 3 All-Mets this year, 3 All-Mets last year.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? In that sport. You know what I'm saying? This year was Mike Salahuddin, Jaden Faulkner, we talked about earlier, and Christopher Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? One with the HD, one with the Illinois, and the other one with the Wise. The one at Wise played linebacker. The one at HD was an athlete, played running back, kick return, and some defense. And Jaden Faulkner played quarterback and safety. You know what I'm saying? The year before that, it was 3. Big Tayon Fleet Davis, he at Maryland right now. Christian Braswell, he's at Temple. Who else? Big Jalen Twyman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got some, right?
Yeah. Big Jalen Twyman, man. Back in the day,
big
was
deep
playing
voice.
Warner.
Yeah. That's Stephanie's son, right?
Yeah. We ain't had no
talk just like Stephanie.
Yeah,
shout out to Stephanie, you deep voice motherfucker.
Yeah.
Stephanie Twyman.
Yeah, so he played flag, right, the first 2 years because there wasn't no weight eligibility. And he was able to play 1 year Mighty Mike, but after that, he was so big.
Yeah, no bull, yeah.
He was so big, we had a younger named Beatty. Richard. Beatty. Y'all remember Beatty?
I heard of Richard.
Little Beatty. Well, anyway, Jalen, when he was 9 years old, he weighed the same amount that the Pee-wees weighed. The 12-year-olds. So the first thing he said was, we said, Jalen, man, you got to go to the Pee-wee. First thing he said, man, I ain't getting ran over by no Beatty. But to make that point, this younger now in Pitt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's expected to get on the field next year. So, you know.
That's good, man.
We've been blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
red shirt this year?
No, he ain't red shirt.
Okay.
No, he going to be a true sophomore on the field.
Oh, all right. He played this year a little bit.
I think he got him for the spring game and all that little stuff. I ain't really seen him do too much.
All right.
No, I think he did red shirt.
No, he ain't red shirt.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up. He ain't red shirt.
Okay.
I mean, I like to apologize because we sure ain't got our history intact like Shoota just did. But I mean, from no bowl, but from I've been there 15, and Mook and been there 25. They was there with Shoota and all that when I wasn't there. Man, well over 200 kids.
Oh man,
well over 200 just went through school and graduated.
Yes,
and I ain't just talking about the ones playing football. We got them
good citizens.
doing every day. Just went off to school. They come back. This year, we got Notre Dame, Shepherd. I mean, we got them all across the country from this, like you say, from Virginia State to where's that with Tyree and all of them go? Fairmont, Glenfield, Shepherd, Notre Dame. Yeah. I mean, it started getting Colorado. You know, I mean, we didn't graduated somebody from East, West, South, North, from D3 to got attorneys. We got attorneys.
I want to say, one thing I want to bring up, we always talk about, like, college, man. We had a guy, man, that graduated right now, man, from Cornell University.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Went up there and played football. He graduated from Cornell University. Now he's an attorney, man. Mm-hmm. And that was big. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, everybody talk about football, but it was mostly with him. He had other scholarships that he could have went. He chose Cornell, man. Right. So that should tell you something. Yeah, man. Keith Ferguson, man. I want to give a shout out to Keith, man.
Oh, that's my man.
Keith, that was big for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, but with just over that team alone, with Keon and them, it was probably around about 7 or 8 of them to go to school too and play. But like Bullock said, man, we've been here.
About 6 or 7.
Who?
Don't
no?
No.
Tavon
Wilson them team with Mike.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's been so long.
How about name your players on your man Pop team that never won a game? Pop had 6 D1 players on his team.
Pop on the call offense.
What's the boy name?
Call offense.
It was Trayvon Bellamy.
Trayvon Bellamy.
Bussy.
They went down on Roosevelt thing.
Yeah, Trayvon Bellamy. Bussy.
They had the twins. The twins
went on the play. On that team.
Yeah,
Little
League
League
camp.
I was on that team.
Yeah, I forgot we had
like
North
61
Carolina.
players come off the team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
we
many
didn't
games
have.
y'all won that year, Shoot?
Man, we were like 3 and 4 because Pop wanted to call offense. Matter of fact, no, we won the last 2 games because Pop got suspended. I called offense.
So Ball went to Illinois, right?
Yeah.
But I just want to go back just to say, man, that man, like the impact that we had as coaches, man, just to see these youngers off, man. Like I've been 27 years is a long time, so it's been thousands of kids that come through our program.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, to see 200-300 kids go to college, man, it was great. This like just off my national championship team, what was that 2011-12 team?
12 and 13, yeah.
Like you said, like 15 of those kids went to school. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's big, man. You know what I'm saying?
Do the math
Out of
on that as
19.
far as scholarship.
Out of 19
you got-
kids,
that-
at least
you do the math.
15. And some of them
Get
went
the
to big
goddamn
schools.
scholarship.
You know what I'm saying? Went to
man,
big
that's tough,
schools. So man, you know, it just the hard work you put into it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Shoota said, like the guy called you and told you like about what you did Olu, right? And so it was funny because me and Sweat was sitting in the car one day down at the barbershop. And so me and Sweat sitting in the car talking, dude knocking on the window. I'm like, oh, Joe. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of my old players. You know what I'm saying? He was like, Coach Mook, man. He was like, no, hey, Sweat. You know, Doobie.
Oh, cool.
So
man.
yeah, Doobie came to the
Curtis
car. Like,
Mondre.
what's up, Coach Sweat? What's up, Mook? He's like, man, Coach, man, Joe, man, I love you, Joe. I'm like, man, why you love me for? He said, man, without you, man, I don't know where I'd be right now. He said, man, it wasn't even the football, man. He's like, Mook, man, I just like when you just come and get me. We just might go to the movies or you just let me hang with you. He said, man, I needed that, man, because I ain't had no father.
Y'all stay arguing.
But see, that's a brother relationship. Yeah. See, like me and him, he was my quarterback. But it was like a brother. It was like a brother, big brother relationship because we argue, we fight. But he know that I still had his best interest.
right.
No matter how hard I was on him, he always knew that I can call Coach Mook, and no matter what, he gonna be there for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what. You know, like Shoota said, you gotta go to the schools. You know his mother. She passed. I'm sorry, she was a good lady. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying? But she always used to tell me, Coach Mook, that's your boy, and he love you to death. You better come and get this boy. You know, when you do something wrong and stuff like that, man. So I understand what Shoota say, man. That's what I be happy about. It ain't even about the youngers that went on to play professional football. I just be happy when I know that I touched this youngin, man. You know what I'm saying? And I might have saved his life because he said it right in front of us. He said, man, I just think about the stuff you just tell me, and you probably saved my life, Coach Mook. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, he didn't really understand the impact that I was really on him, that I had on him. You know what I'm saying? But he realized it now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the form of, you don't know what the fuck he probably would have went into.
Yeah, and that's what he said. And that's exactly what he said, man. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I get big ups to the Bengals, man, because I know what type of hearts these guys got, just as well as me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, man, I mean, I appreciate all that.
It's the part you're leaving out for yourself, too, so people can really properly see you in the proper light. Not only did they go to college, but right now, you got Rashad coaching, who you coached.
Yeah.
You got Booker. You got Dante. Yeah. You got Bowlegs. Yeah. You got Carlos Fields. Yeah. You got Ramik.
No.
They came
Nado.
Yeah. All these youngers I personally seen you handle since they was children. And fight with them. You know what I'm saying? So when parents don't see something, the children see something different.
Yeah.
Because all them come back like I'm getting with my man.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want me to do. Yeah.
That's the impact, though.
That's huge.
Yeah. One thing I want to say, though, and to the children who didn't go to play football, at the end of the day, if you went to school or we impact you in any kind of way, you got a good job.
That's right.
You changed your attitude or you did anything different than what you would have done had you not been with us. We proud of you. You know what I'm saying? It's a young. I know I probably employed at least 5 or 6 of them.
Yes, sir.
That come through and I've actually seen them grow and their mindset started to be, man, Coach, I want to own a truck now.
That's right.
So some of them I'm actually even working with them to try to get to that point, man. So, you know, you don't have to get a scholarship to play football, but man, we so proud no matter what. As long as we keep you out them streets and we keep you taking care of your family, you doing the right thing. That's all it's about, man. That's all it's about.
Being men. Growing up from boys to a man.
That's right. And for the ones that just didn't listen, and a couple of things happened, including my son. Everybody on this panel know, including my son. For them ones that's messed up, it don't matter. We still here because everybody I know messed up at one point in time. So we still there for them too, and we know a lot of that is a system. But we don't want nobody to think they shortchanged, and we don't care about you. If you was one of us at one time, you still one of us. I just want to ask all them a question, Kurt. I was sitting there thinking about who the best y'all ever coached? The best player you think you ever coached all around?
Did I ever coach?
If you first you run.
Best player I think I ever coached was probably. Let me think on that. Give me. I'll come back to me. Let me think on that.
The best child I ever coached was Deion Minor.
Oh shit! Yeah.
The best child I ever coached.
Yeah.
I ain't never had a child like him.
Bone.
Deion was bad.
I never had a.
My man Deion?
Yeah. Hey, Deion.
Oh, what Deion Jimbo?
Deion.
Jackie's son?
Yeah.
Hey, I love him.
My motherfucking man Deion?
Bone, listen.
Best player I ever coached.
He used to
All around.
Yeah, best kid, good kid and everything.
Everybody should have
Shorty used to be. I used to feel for the other team. I'm like, Shorty about to fuck. Shoota tell you, I'm like, man, he about to fuck him up, man. The ref need to blow the whistle. Like he used to knock him, but it had to. You know how Deion is, the same attitude.
But guess what he was though? Go back. He was a three-way sport nigga.
Yeah.
A wreck baby. They call them wreck babies. All he had to do was go up the wreck and participate in every sport that was up that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he loved it.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
Because he wanted to be the best though.
Exactly.
So it's smart.
Was probably Marco.
Best.
I think Marco was one of the smartest one.
Got IQ. Huh? My best player I ever coached was probably Rashad Williams. You know what I'm saying? Go back to what Rock said. He a youngin that we thought was going to be something that he didn't, but I still was there for him.
Right.
Even when he didn't go to college. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always going to be there for one. I mean, once I put my hands on you, I'm always going to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you do something wrong to me, you know, or my family. But most of the time they won't. You know what I'm saying? If I put my hands on them, you know what I'm saying? I think Rashad, probably was the best kid, but the most, like, I'm going to go with Rock. The smartest kid, what Shoota said, the smartest kid I ever probably played for, was probably Charles. Little Charles. You know Charles, Kurt, down there to go to Iowa State. Charles, man. Little brother.
I'm Pudgy's son?
Yeah. Charles.
Pudgy,
You know little Charles. Be down there on basketball court with y'all. Shorty man was like a grown man, man. When I say a grown man, but what I mean by that, like, mentally, he was grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, he talk grown, he act grown.
He react grown.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He react grown.
Yeah, but like most kids got, you know, like play with them in their body language. Shorty like.
Now he react grown.
Yeah, but look who he around. He see y'all.
Yeah.
He came to the basketball court. We been around men. You see what I'm saying? So he know how to act like a man. Yeah. Like a lot of these youngers see their mom, like Shoota always say, they mama's baby, so they see womanly tendencies. You know what I'm saying? So y'all went down there, John, riding around with your pants on there, you can see your butt.
You ain't doing that shit.
You ain't doing that down there. You see what I'm saying? So he knew how to act like a man. So I think Shorty probably was my best, my smartest kid, man. Shorty's a good kid, man. I just got to get Shorty. Shorty was a good kid, man.
Sean Knight.
Sean Knight.
Sean, the best I ever coached.
Yeah.
Boy.
Pound for pound. Sean Knight.
Yes, sir.
No, you talking about
Sean, little boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, little boy.
Yeah, boy.
Pimp son?
Yeah.
He was tough. He was tough.
He was still about his toss.
He was tough.
But you know what's so crazy? I think that's a hard question to ask all of y'all because so many, man.
Right.
It's so many of those shooters, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you want to say one and forget about the other.
And let me say this, so because I know if any of my players see this, they're going to want to fight me for it. Let me correct something for y'all. The reason why I named Deion Minor, and I've coached some hell of a players. I'm talking about some hell of a players. But Deion Minor, not only was he a hell of a hitter, not only was he a hell of a runner, but you talking about special teams. You talking about a child that took pride on the kickoff team. We had a child that can kick the hell out the ball. This youngin, every play, and we still got the tapes. This youngin on the kickoff team, he was always the first one down at the ball, and I'm talking about putting people to sleep. He wasn't getting down there and just touching you.
I fuck with y'all. He gonna
Yeah,
fuck
you was
up.
going to sleep. The ambulance came down Marshall Heights four straight weeks. If you remember that year '90.
But he was a quiet assassin.
Yeah,
He was quiet.
4 straight weeks. Yeah, he quiet.
And then, you know, it's so crazy what y'all saying, because one thing about Deion, Shorty is like he's an adult right now.
Yes, sir.
And he's bringing out all what y'all taught him off the field, on the field, and everything. You can have an adult conversation with Shorty,
Right.
and he gonna sit back and
Yeah.
you gonna think you talking about your age.
Right. Right.
And
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what the fuck you talking about.
Right.
But one thing he always do, he always appreciate what guys did for him.
He showed big respect.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? He can go out his way.
Hey, Bone.
Man, what's up? Oh, what's up? Always. He gonna go from that way all the way over here.
Yeah.
Regardless of the crew, he might be around that shit.
Yeah.
But one thing about Shorty, man, well respected young fella, man.
Hey, Bone. He didn't play high school football.
I know. Exactly.
But when he graduated, Coach Shoota, I got an invitation for you. I was there. When he had his daughter.
That's good shit, man.
Coach Shoota, I'm about to have my baby.
That's good shit,
When she was
Joe.
born in October. Her birthday a couple of days before mine. You know what I'm saying? Coach, I just had my first baby. I just heard from him probably like 3 weeks ago. All he'll just do, Coach, I just thought about you, man. Just wanted to see what was up with you, man.
Joe, that's him.
About 26 years old.
Joe, he can come right now like this.
You know
Be
what
cool.
I'm saying?
When I was been in part with Mr. Ward, so back then, the DC Rec had 18 to 21-year-old basketball tournament. So I had Deion, all those guys. When Deion was giving me all those spiel, like, oh man, he can play a little bit. Deion got my team together. We went to Hillcrest and won the joint, right? So the shit was so funny. I'm looking like, I say, this little motherfucker actually play basketball and everything. But nigga hung the rec
He was special.
all day, every day, Joe. Like, he gave me the scouting report on every kid we played against. And every kid we played with. He said, oh man, don't give him the ball now. He ain't gonna. That little man, he can get scared. That little motherfucker is so mature.
Yeah.
Conversational wise, like, you'll think he our age.
Yeah. That's my man.
Regardless of what the fuck you talking about, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Best
think,
thing ever
and it
coached,
goes
man.
back to guys like y'all, got them to be like that. Fuck what everybody say. You know, that's just my, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think we closed on some good shit tonight, man, by having y'all guys on, man, and
No doubt.
and y'all snuck up on us, man, because I know a man Shoota, very articulate with everything he do in life. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. We have our little arguments about the AIs and the Kobe's and the LeBron and all that. But that's genuine respect that I have for you.
Yes, sir.
And that we have for each other. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Rock did so much for me. You know what I'm saying? Man, Mook in the crossfire. Hey, what's up, Joe? Well, everything cool. But it's no conversation with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? I met him through Ben. You know what I'm saying? This is Tommy, this family tonight.
Yes, sir.
This family night. So what we do, we got two more. We got another week in Black History, man. And I'm gonna go to my man. I got to go to Shoota. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you close out the night with give me one particular person that you appreciate a whole lot. As far as like this month, man, of Black History, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, for sure.
Last thing, since we're going to close out, man, I feel remiss if I wouldn't thank some of the people who definitely help us out, the Bengals, throughout the year, and unwaveringly, just whatever we ask for, they do. And that's my man Kenny Westdrake, and we are one.
Okay. Fuck you, Westdrake. Nah, that's my man. Hey, Westdrake, I be in the mob, baby. That's my man. No bullshit. But, no bullshit.
Yeah, him and I want to say I'm singling him out because all our stuff, all the gear you see for the most part with the children, he makes it, and he makes it for free.
Great dude, man. Great dude.
Man, the man do all this, put all his time in and do all this stuff for us for free. And I literally have to tell him, man, slow down, man. We got enough stuff, man. So I want to say thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Great dude. We gotta holler at West. Hey, man, I'm coming to Hess tomorrow, man. Put me on the Bengals bill. Now, no bullshit, but West always been a big supporter of anything that we have done.
You talk about Shoota was talking about you, man. Bone, people don't know, man. You put so many relationships together. Like I didn't know Kenny until Bone.
Well,
me and you went down there. You introduced me to him. I didn't know Kurt Bone until me and Bone went down to All Days. Like you said what I've done for you, brother. You've done so much for me. You know what I'm saying? Like you was my big bro when our brothers was gone or whatever. Me and you was hanging together. You know what I'm saying? You've done so much for me too. So it's a two-way street. You know what I mean?
Nah, and the thing about the whole situation, the thing that we do and what I do, you know what I'm saying? We all do rock. The one thing, and you know that, Slim. One thing about me that you know, and I know one thing about you. If I got it, you got it. If you got it, I got it. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And that creates great situation, great relationships, man, between motherfuckers that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might branch off, but that don't mean that we don't fuck with each other.
I remember, man. We
you know what I'm saying?
I remember you had $40. I'm living in my Fox Club, broke as a mother. Rent went up to $750. I'm like, I can't make. I'm gonna have to get about this motherfucker. It was $700, then went up next year to $750. I'm standing outside. I'm like, damn, I'm always in my phone. Like, I got $40. You go 20. I said, I never. You probably don't even remember that shit. You gave me. And both of us broke as a motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's no bullshit.
Hey, Bo gave me that $20. Bo went to Popeyes, took that shit in the house and fed the family.
Popeyes? You went to Popeyes back then.
Yeah, that shit was.
I'm about to say.
And that's no boy. Fox Club
25 years.
And that's no bullshit, Slim. And all that just appreciation, Slim.
Yeah.
And still today, you know, it's like you made a good point. Like we all can put people with certain people,
right,
to make shit go. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we don't, not we as sponsors panel, but us as people in the community, man, we don't do that no more.
Right.
Right. We so the society's so selfish right now.
Right.
I don't want you doing good.
Right.
I don't want you doing good. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing I learned, like, I think both of us learned from my big brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Smith and Stacy, man. I think to me, if it wasn't them two, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be the man I am right now.
Right. For sure.
I mean, in anything in life.
Right.
And just create new friends like Charlie Moe every day. Every day, man. You think we in school or we overseas? We together every day. We still grinding, picking each other. I mean, putting gas in the tank, $3 or $4, all that shit, just get you to the gym.
Right.
And all that shit. And then to see, you know what I'm saying, man, your communication back in the day when you, man, come on, Joe, you came on a trip and took my whole team. Up Lansing, New Jersey. Boom. You paid for the rooms and everything. All that shit is appreciative. You know what I'm saying? For me to run into Harold and Mook in days, and Bullock and them on days is talk about shit that people can relate to.
Right.
A lot of motherfuckers take conversation like, oh, man, fuck that. I feel comfortable talking to you guys since the fucking 7th grade.
Yes, sir.
Me and Sweat should be outside.
Yes, sir.
Just talking about basketball.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
waiting
sir.
for the games to start and all that shit.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate all that shit.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all that shit. Then when I went away to oversee and come back, they say Mook catching lobs up and all that shit. I'm like, hold up. What the fuck is going on? But it made me appreciate, man, Mook cool.
Right.
That's my man. That's family. All that shit was a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to what we doing now, to come on the show and talk about that shit.
Right.
To appreciate what you guys doing, Slim. You know what I'm saying?
They get some insight.
Yeah, and it's a great look because to me, I think this shouldn't go a little further because then we got some fucked up motherfuckers out here. We not gonna forget about that. We got some fucked up motherfuckers there. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother show.
Right.
But y'all know who the fuck y'all are. You know what I'm saying? But at any given time, to get this shit in the mix and get something together, this shit need to be really, this area that we come from, fuck the other shit. Not fuck it like I don't fuck with them.
Right.
But our area, which they label us as a shrimp boat, little area, we need to get some property and get a little motherfucking sports shit together and mix that shit up and go from there. The bottom line, because, man, we all been through a lot with that shit, son. It wasn't no just coming through the hood and you good.
Yes, sir.
No, fuck that.
Yes, sir.
And then it transpired to other shit other sports.
Yes, sir.
Motherfuckers want to test you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, he think he like, nah, it ain't about that.
Right.
One thing that I love about our surroundings, Slim, we always look out for each other. It don't matter what the fuck we are, what we do, it don't matter. I might see you, Ed. Man, I need something. Boom, you cool. We all, that's how we go. You know what I'm saying? And we go back to the conversation with Tony G's and the Bullocks and them.
Yeah.
That's and Ernie. That shit started right there. That's where the shit started. Jake and the way Jay got on the map.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that shit has to be recognized.
You
know what I'm saying? And to be honest,
started like 19.
and we all grew up together, Slim. Who the fuck would think that we'll be talking about this shit right now
Yes, sir.
at a platform of what's going on right now? You know what? This social media.
Right.
So guess what? If social media is taking over the life today, we need to be a part of it now.
Right.
Because they need to know what the fuck we doing too.
Right.
Instead of we laying back and all that bullshit. And me and Charlie Moore talk all the time. Motherfucker told me, oh man, I ain't know Charlie Moore. Who? Motherfucker Charlie Moore fucking was the fucking how did you put it playing fucking 19 motherfucking 90. Fuck you mean? You ain't know
Who said that shit?
I'm just telling you because so to me shit it's so dominant.
People
People don't know the real shit.
Right.
You get what I'm saying,
Right.
Shoota?
Oh, yes, sir.
That shit crazy.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, how the fuck y'all gonna not know
You don't
about
know the
my
history of the city,
motherfucking man, Charlie Moore?
Yeah, you don't know the history of the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't know the history of our neighborhood.
Right. Oh, man.
If we just sit back and have a neighborhood, motherfucking little community bank with a meeting, we gonna dominate.
Man, what?
Man, that shit was big. You know what I'm
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to close out, man, I appreciate y'all niggas, man. Love y'all, man. We gonna have my man Shoota, man. This my man right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Closes out with your Black History guy, man. The Black History Month. Give me one person, man, male or female, that inspires your life, man.
I want to definitely give one that inspired my life. But can I give because it's Black History Month.
Man, do what you do.
And to me, the month is so disrespectful for our history. You know, they chose the shortest month.
Yeah, 28 days.
Man, tell me about it.
They chose the shortest. They chose the shortest month
yeah.
for the oldest people on the planet.
Yeah.
The oldest people on the planet. So those that's listening, you are the mothers and the fathers of the planet. But the one that impact my life personally, because I want to give a tidbit. I want to give a small appetizer to several people that I know the school system won't give to. One is Jesus, the one that we read about in the scripture. Black history. So for those of us that don't know that, and if in your mind you saying, well, it don't matter what color. If it didn't matter what color, they wouldn't have made them white. So if the color didn't matter, you would have never had to give us a picture of it. But since you gave us a picture, guess what? It must have mattered.
Yeah.
And one thing that we all got to admit to, anything that we are a part of, if somebody take a picture of it, the first thing we're going to be looking for is ourselves. So the reason why they didn't show you the real picture of him, because you would have saw yourself. So the first person I want to give credit to in Black History Month is Jesus Christ.
Respect.
From him, I would like to go to Shaka Zulu, a 5-star general and one of the most feared militaries to ever be on the planet. A black man, a leader of people. And if anybody listening to it, you can Google him and you'll find out how he led. I would like to give credit on Black History Month to Nat Turner.
Yeah.
A spiritual man.
Definitely.
They'll make him out to be something other than that, but Nat Turner was led by the book on what he did. And they made sure that that movie didn't get the pub that it should have got because they didn't want our people to be educated on that man. So they gave the young guy the blues who actually directed the movie because they didn't want us to really be educated and informed on it. So I like to give props to Nat Turner. I like to give props to Marcus Garvey. See, all the people that I'm naming right now, they're not American Negroes. They're not the ones that America want us to know about. No disrespect to King. Love that brother. But the people that I'm talking about, these people was talking about do for self. They was talking about the love of black people, not trying to... See, one thing that we like to do, and, you know, like you said, people going to disagree. you can't fake like you love everybody. It's impossible to love everybody. And what black people have to realize is, if someone is designing your death, listen to what I just said. If someone is designing your death and manufacturing your death and purposely dropping things off in your life, dropping things off in your community, dropping things off in your medication, dropping things off in your water, Detroit, dropping things off as a child, giving you these vaccinations and purposely doing this because they know it'll have a negative effect or even fatally kill you, that means you're dealing with an open enemy. So when black folks say, I love everybody, what you're really saying is, I'm too weak to stand up.
Wow. Yeah.
So I want to also say, I want to give a shout out to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the man that nobody want to talk about. You give Malcolm X all the praise. You give Muhammad Ali all the praise. But why don't you do the most honorable Elijah Muhammad the same way you do Harvard and Yale? See, whenever you get a president or a senator in the House, you start talking about he went to Harvard and he went to Yale. So you don't give the student the props, you give the teacher the props. So you give the school of thought the credit. Once your guys or the student from that particular school of thought get prestige. So why don't you do the same with the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? So Malcolm X's name would have never been Malcolm X if he didn't meet Elijah Muhammad. Muhammad Ali would have never been called Muhammad Ali if he didn't meet the honorable Elijah Muhammad. Warf Deen Muhammad, the son of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, wouldn't be named. He wouldn't have his name if it wasn't for the honorable Elijah Muhammad. And the man that called for 2 million, the one that personally impacted my life, made me a more responsible human being. Made me say I don't want to do the street thing no more. Made me say I want to take better care of my family. Made me say I want to be a married man. Is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the one that called for 2 million black men to join hands and say peace, regardless of what was going on at that particular time. And at that particular time, the city was on fire with murder. And there was guys down there on that lawn that was in show enough beefs. But that day, they squashed the beefs. So that's the tidbit that I want to give. But I also like to give props to those that's living and young. And I want to close on Colin Kaepernick. I want to close on Colin Kaepernick because here's a man that used this platform and showed everybody that you don't have to be scared. That's right. You don't have to move in fear. When you see something wrong and you see how people suffering from something, don't forget about them because you got $100 million.
No doubt.
Don't forget about them because you finally led an NFL franchise to the Super Bowl and to a championship. Nah, think back and look at what just happened to our children in these streets with police brutality. So here's a man that made himself a messianic figure by going and putting himself on a cross. And now he done took the bullets of the NFL. The man don't have a job today. And all he did was took the most submissive position that any man on the planet take. And I'm going to tell you why I say it's the most submissive position. When a man is boxing and he can't take no more, he take a knee. When a man bow down and pray to God,
take a knee.
He submit himself and submit his will and he take a knee. When a man finally say to a woman, I want you for the rest of my life, and I do,
he take a knee.
He take a knee. Our man took the most peaceful position that a man can take. Nothing to do with the flag. But he took a peaceful position. And they said, nigga, you must go. And we still patronize these people. So I want to big up Colin Kaepernick for Black History Month because he's going to go down in history as a messianic figure. Peace.
That was tough, man. That was tough. We got the clothes on that one right there. Motherfucking Shoota went on, no bullshit.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
I just want to say y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all doing a hell of a job, man.
Appreciate
Yes, sir, man.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What
You going behind the camera.
What we doing, man?
Yes,
This
sir.
brother got more knowledge, man. Where you get all that knowledge?
Oh, Rick,
damn.
I didn't know. You know his name, his real name.
Are you 71 or 31?
That nigga real name,
bro.
That nigga real name.
31 on Monday.
That's what's up, man.
No, I call him Lion Ass Rick, man.
You know everything.
Yeah, no bullshit.